title, you can actually set that up before you start streaming.
That's what I did last week.
Okay.
Yeah.
I basically just get everything going. Like, I'll have my Twitter up with the post already going and the Instagram or whatever. And then whenever I start going live, I'll hit start streaming, then tweet, then post, and then I'm good. Hey, Life on Record is live. Dr. Reginald Rogers, PhD in chemical engineering, is on the show. Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Reginald Roberts.
You're freaking ridiculous. I did that.
I wouldn't mind being him. I googled the salary.
I would mind you being him. It would make things very awkward.
John, don't even kid.
I feel like I'm going to sneeze.
I'm sneezing. I'm just kidding. I'm not really sneezing.
Oh, let me throw it up on my... I only have 40% battery. This iPhone is just getting so frustrating. So frustrating.
I love when shit gets frustrating. You know why? Because I get frustrated. I hate being frustrated is one of my favorite things.
Not mine.
Makes you work a little harder to fix your shit. I'm not gonna lie. So when I was down here after I was flustering with shit, I walked upstairs and through the same glass stuff on the other side of the house, I saw blue, and I don't remember what color your car was, and I don't know what color your car was, and I saw blue in front. It was a trash can, and I came upstairs. I was like, "Are you really knocking on my door?" Got upstairs. There was no one here. It was just me and the dogs.
The sneeze is just hanging there.
The sneeze is just hanging there. Is that like one of those dingle boogies?
No.
Oh, when people get those, do you guys know? Like, do you guys ever like feel obligated to tell people? Like, I feel awkward if I bring it to your attention. Like, I just put you on blast by telling you got a dingle boogie.
No, she just tells me constantly.
No, you're different. You're different. She lives with you. I'm talking like somebody else.
Oh,
I
no.
wouldn't.
So for Thanksgiving, one of our friends came over and he had one the whole time. Nobody said anything to him. He had it from the moment he walked in the house to the moment he left the house, and I know
How do you not feel that?
I don't know. It wasn't like this. It was like on his his mustache.
So it's nowhere within like the breathing range where I can feel it vibrating.
Yeah, that's a weird one. It's I don't mean to be gross right off the bat, but it's like after you shave your butt, it makes different acoustics.
I've never shaved my butt, so I've never.
Neither have I, allegedly. After you allegedly shave your butt.
Oh, what you're doing tonight?
So I'm not shaving my butt tonight.
Hard part is getting it in there. You don't just get peach fuzz on your cheeks. You just got to take it. Oh my God, you do have a jump rope thing up. Holy crap.
Yeah.
You're so fun. I still.
Yeah.
It sucks so much, dude.
It'll heal.
When I grab stuff, I do this all the time. I'm like, make sure you don't stretch it out all the way, because it just hurts so much, dude.
You can't extend it all the way?
That's so weird.
I can't smile any longer.
It won't take.
Oh God.
That's a fucking terrible way to start the show.
Just holding it.
Yo, my abs were cramping up right now from doing that. I was like, stay straight. No, it's from the surgery. I still like that's where it gets before I like heat it and stretch it, so it's still like 10 degrees off.
Yeah.
And I've got like old person atrophy, so like, you know how like when you hug your grandmother or something like that, and their skin is like all loose and shit.
Yeah.
That's this arm right now. It's just from not using it. It's kind of gross.
It's all right.
It is all right. Life on Record, the Stories Here in Town show presents John and Nicole, local streamers. Where? I don't know.
Allegedly.
Alleged streamers.
Allegedly.
Is that illegal?
Possibly.
You'd be surprised. Like, I've had a bunch of first responders that I've reached out to, and a lot of them say, like, they can't do PR and stuff like that. I'm like, PR? You're coming on, you're doing my radio show online. I'm like, talking about who you are. You're not talking about being a firefighter. And you might, but they're like, we can't do media. So you don't have Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or LinkedIn, because those are all media.
Yeah.
You got to call somebody. One of my friends. He's trying to find out right now if he can. But I had another officer. He told me he definitely couldn't. I was like, that's a little rude. Something like that. But just make sure you guys are like within, about this close, maybe a little closer. Otherwise, you get a lot of the back room.
I can project.
Oh, that's right. You can.
I can't.
Yeah, she can't.
So wait, why does he have the orb mic and you don't?
No, she does.
Oh, you guys. Okay, so you share. I haven't seen it on your streams yet.
Because since I installed the boom, she's not actually streamed.
Yeah.
I noticed. I was waiting for you to stream this Wednesday, and you didn't.
Yeah, I didn't.
What the fuck happened? Why no streaming?
Too much homework.
Oh my god. So you work full time, you work part time, and you go to school full time?
Yep.
What kind of monster are you? Why? You're an adult.
I'm a tired monster.
This shit should be taken care of already. You're an adult.
know.
So wait, what are you doing?
First.
So for work you work with
Poop.
yeah, you
I work
work
in the
with you work with
sewers.
duties, okay?
Yeah.
And then your part-time job is you
I work with an old woman.
Oh, I like how you said
Yeah.
that too. I was hoping you were going to say old people. You're just like, I work with an old woman. And then you're going to school at the same time.
Yeah.
And then there's John.
Yep.
John's just going to work / school full time.
Yeah, it's kind of school.
I love the whole when you were like, I was gonna have to go sell coupon books. I was like, oh, you are just terrible. You're that jerk at the front of Walmart who's like, I got coupons if you want it. Or you did the door-to-door sales bitches.
Well,
Yep.
it was mostly, I think it was, the way they made it sound is I was going to businesses and I was selling these coupon books to businesses.
No,
But-
you weren't selling them to businesses. You would be selling them space in the book.
Yeah.
Oh, is that? Oh.
That still sucks because that's cold walk-ins. You're like walking into a pizza shop, beep, 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 and you're like, "Hey, you want to promote your pizza?" And they're like,
Hey, it was money in my pocket. So
"I know it's
was-
that's a quick fire job if you can't sell space though. That's a garbage job, dude.
Look at this face. I can sell space.
I can sell.
I can sell space.
I bet you if we offered,
time.
I bet you if we offered money, if people paid to tattoo your face, you'd sell that space
No,
too.
I would not sell that space.
Snapple.
No, I would.
Taste the rainbow.
My tattoos stay below neck.
I'm serious. I'm the same way. They're all just gonna stay here and under. I was thinking about getting a tattoo of eyes on my eyes, so when I sleep,
It looks like you're a wizard.
so that way I'm wasting less time in my life too.
Makes sense.
Do you have tattoos?
Yep.
Yeah, because you've got a bunch, and that was the dead giveaway for you being a nerd. Do you have nerd tattoos or no?
I don't think they're nerdy.
His or yours?
His are definitely
Oh,
nerdy.
for sure, yeah.
Mine, I don't think so.
Are they like flowers and butterflies and stars and?
One of them's a flower on my shoulder, but
Okay.
I got a dragon and a tiger on my arm. It's
Why
not
don't we get to
nerdy,
see
it's
those on the
just-
stream? People would come to see those.
Maybe.
They,
I
that's
don't know.
that's
You
an
can
that's
kinda
a-
see 'em.
It's a new side of your personality right there.
Yeah,
That's
I'll
the
just
evolution.
like sit like this
Yeah.
so everyone can look at it.
You get the on point camera here, and then you have a side profile coming
Yeah.
in just of the tattoos, and the camera just does this the whole time, it just pans up and down. So do you have like mic hookups like he does, where like if you type stuff in, it sends messages?
Like
The quick
have
keys or whatever it
the-
is.
no, we just have the bot I think set up right now.
Yeah. So
For
what is
mine.
this? What is this bot? Because I have a bot. Obviously, I don't have a bot.
All right, so like for me, I have this program called Streamlabs Chatbot. It basically monitors my chat and her chat, and if there's, for example, if some jerk comes into the stream and they're
Yeah.
swearing and they're saying, super bad vulgarity, like
Yeah.
the chat bot moderates for me a little bit, so they'll time people out. You can set it up where you can play like games, like you can roll dice. You can have like
Okay, kids, who wants to
fictional
play dice?
heists. You can set it up where it tells
pretty
you
cool.
information. There's a whole lot of stuff
Huh.
you could do with it.
I wish my phone would update finally so I could tell people that we're streaming. It's still loading. It's because we're in the basement.
Oh,
It's because this is a soundproof room.
I got us up.
Oh, you're the one watching.
I'm watching and experiencing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I get way more views on the YouTube than I do on the live streams.
It takes a bit to actually. You got to work at it a long time.
And I'm fine with that. But the YouTube video views, that's where most of it comes from.
Yeah.
And that's I have no problem with that.
Do you
'Cause
have-
you were streaming before, right?
No.
I thought you were streaming a while ago. Or was that you? You were
that
streaming
was
a while
him.
ago.
That was me.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was me. I was streaming.
So how did you
Yep.
get into streaming then?
I don't know. He just kept telling me I should give it a try, and it looked like fun. And then, like a year and a half later, I worked up the nerve to do it.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so and you're a gamer, right? Or are you just
used
someone
to
who
be,
plays
like-
game for views?
I used to be like gamer, but now I just like I'll play it if I like it. I'm
Well,
not
what got you
really-
into games then? Because you are in a male dominant field. That's why I'm asking.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I mean, video games are like a staple of my childhood, so
Okay.
it was always there.
What games? What consoles?
Oh my gosh. NES.
Mm-hmm.
Played Legendary Wings a lot. And,
I do not know of
Super
Legendary
Mario
Wings.
Brothers.
There you go. That's a recognizable one.
Yeah. And then Mortal Kombat was like a huge one. We had like tournaments.
Oh,
My dad
jeez.
would give us like $1 whoever got first place.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
That's so fun. My dad never played video games with us. He always said after he beat Dig Dug, and he had played it in college, and then he'd come back to it years later, and he put the coins in, and he played it through, and he beat it. He goes, "How many hours did I waste on this game?" And he just like that was the last time he played video games.
It's
I was
not
like,
a waste. If you enjoyed it, it's not a waste.
"That's a skill, man." That's what
My
that is.
Yeah.
stepdad would, he was the kind of gamer where we'd be playing like Super Mario Brothers, and as he tried to jump or move, like he would
That's me.
turn with it.
That's me.
Like as if this is going to make him jump faster.
Racing games. That's me in racing
Mario
games.
Kart.
You curve it real quick.
Yep.
You guys know, fucking the best Mario Kart of all time. Go.
Oh, Mario 64.
Wow, you are wrong.
Oh, that's my opinion.
You're not entitled to your opinion.
I don't know.
It was Double Dash. Everybody knows that.
Double Dash.
It was the first time they had weight mechanics and weight mechanics with vehicles, as well as different vehicles you could use with your characters, as well as positioning on it would allow you to slide and drag better.
I have never played Double Dash.
Double Dash is so expensive now. A used copy is $100. A new copy is $300.
I will. That's
What
on
console
the
is that
Super
for?
60 GameCube
GameCube. Oh man, I'll just download an emulator.
for Dolphin.
Yeah. Bang.
Bang!
Easy.
It's so good though. It's the best because you can like literally if you're taking hard corners, like really long hard corners, you could throw your heavy character in the back and it would drag the ass out a little bit more than if you had your light characters in the back. And then it would also affect like bumping. So if you had a heavy character and light character versus two light characters, you bumped into them, it would calculate like a weight difference and it would bump them out of the way.
That's way too much thinking.
No, it's not. It's just the game did it for you.
Wait, so you have someone in the back here?
So you would pick two characters. There's like Toad, Toadette, Peach, Daisy, Mario, Luigi, Wario, Waluigi, Bowser, Kid Boo, Koopa, one of the Bowser Juniors and stuff. And so there was a bunch of them. So you'd have like, and when it would list it from the lightest characters to the heaviest characters.
Yeah.
And there was like 3 or 4, like I think it was 3 of each, 3 heavy, 3 mid, 3 heavy, a bunch of mids and a bunch of lights or something like that. So you could pick multiple heavies, multiple mids, multiple lights, heavy light, heavy mid, mid heavy, whatever you wanted to do. And then when you were driving, you would click one of the tabs and it would switch whoever was in the front of the car. So like if you had the 2 light guys and that's the car you were using, off the bat, you're going to take off way further. You're going to take off way faster than somebody who picked 2 fat guys. But when the fatties grab like the mystery box and they get a boost and they boost bot and they come up next to you and they're traveling and they bump you, you're going away. You're going pretty far away. And then the light ones, yes, they can speed faster, but their handling is awful. Like taking corners with them is a real pain in the butt.
But with heavy dudes, it's a lot easier.
Yeah, so it's easier to stick to the ground, and then you got your mid ranges and stuff like that. So they made it so you could kind of differ who your character, what your build is essentially for your car. And then I believe in the one right after that in the Wii, they put in like bikes and hovercrafts and a bunch of other garbage, and it just got too complicated at that point.
I have Mario Kart 7 for Switch, but I haven't really
There's
touched
a
on it too
7th
much.
Mario
Yeah,
Kart?
I think so. I'm not really sure.
What kind of monsters are these people?
Hey, they're making money. That's what they're doing.
That's like I wanted to get a Mario Party because I knew the wife would play it.
Mario Party was
Party's
great.
fun.
They're so hard to get for GameCube.
Oh.
And then you don't want to get, I think it's Mario Party 3 or Mario Party 5, because the engine that they designed for that game is 100% random. So you play through the game, you're not really playing through the game, you're essentially just hitting A, because all the mini games were random. You know, here's a shuffle game. Like, you couldn't figure it out because you can't see where it's going.
Yeah.
So they took all the game out of it. The only decisions you had was when you clicked A, and then that was it.
So get it in 64 and get Mario Party for that one, because that
You
was
can't get them for that.
yeah, I'm sure you could find them someplace.
I think it was Mario Party 6 or Mario Party 7 were some of them. Were one of the best ones. Mario Party 4 was the last one for 64, I think.
No,
You
I
wouldn't know.
don't remember the.
I don't think you were a 64 person because you had the NES, so I'm assuming that you probably bounced to the next
I had a
consoles.
64.
We went from
had a
Super
64.
Nintendo to PlayStation.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I love
64 came later.
That's a big jump.
64 was great. I had Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Conkers. I didn't play
Banjo
Conkers.
Kazooie, I never played. I know you were talking about that
Yeah.
one. I have it on Xbox.
It's hard.
I
It's
found it.
really hard.
GoldenEye, Perfect Dark.
GoldenEye, Perfect Dark, yeah.
We
Super
played GoldenEye
Smash
years
Brothers.
later. Smash Bros. Or Melee?
I never actually played Melee.
Melee
'cause
is amazing.
I've always played the one on 64.
They still have tournaments in the United States for Melee. It's the longest running fighting game that has active tournaments in the country.
I'm hoping they come out with another one for
They have
Switch.
one for Switch.
Do they do?
Yeah.
I tried looking for one. I didn't see one.
It's Super Smash Brothers U.
So, can I play like Wii U stuff on
I
Switch?
think. Unless I'm totally off base.
I'm gonna have to look.
Not right now, you
Not
will.
right now. Someone says they can't hear us.
Oh, dick. What did I do? What did I do?
Hold on, let me.
Yeah, can you hear it? I'm just gonna plug myself into the laptop. Oh, see, okay, so I can hear it now through there, through the main monitor, because I just turned it on. I hope you can hear me now. It sucks though. It's just because of this. Like it's the yeah.
Oh, it doesn't. I don't even have a way to turn up the volume on this.
Pump up the volume. Pump up the volume. Pump up the volume. Dance, dance. We were way off. He was a full phrase ahead of me. Did you see
fine.
that? He finished like one. He finished like a half a phrase before me.
Yo, they changed up Twitch. Like, there's like a stream. Like this, I'm not used to this screen. Usually,
What kind of nonsense is that?
I don't know.
Holy crud nuts.
Where's the volume?
Well, I hope they can hear me. Can you hear me?
I mean, I can hear us.
I can literally hear me saying, "Can you now?" And I'm typing like a fiend. Like I don't even type properly. It's always so weird when you type as you're live, because then you're talking to yourself. Oops.
See, this is the unfortunate thing about streaming is, things happen and you don't understand why or when they're happening.
It's better that he can't hear me versus when I did the one stream where all you heard is the echo.
Double.
So I said the first line and then it repeated itself and it repeated itself while repeating itself and then repeated itself while repeating itself while repeating itself. And it just got deeper and deeper and deeper. So when I listened to the audio edit, I was like, oh, it sounds really good. What's going on? And it just filtered the whole time. So for the whole 3-hour period, you heard the same.
I've done that.
Oh, so sad.
It's very, very obnoxious, and you don't even realize it's happening because you can't hear. That's why I've progressively just started. Every time I go live, I'll have my phone near me.
Yeah.
Just to make sure, okay, we're good.
That's the same problem I was falling into with the switchboard, because now all of a sudden we pulled everything off the soundboard and then you can hear everything from the cue.
Yeah.
But before, when everything was plugged in the other way, you couldn't hear anything at all. So I have no idea how technology works. I am the worst person in the world with technology. I am so sorry. I am not the worst person. I'm probably way better than
Well, I didn't know anything about streaming at all until you just do. You just start doing and you start Googling.
I mean, they went away, so I'm guessing they can't hear me. I can turn the mic back on the laptop.
They might still be there. I still don't really understand how the viewers works, because sometimes it'll say 2 viewers, but obviously there's myself and her who will be in the chat, and then someone will start chatting, but it won't show up on my viewers for a while. Like now it says 4.
Yeah. So I'm like, if they say something back and they say that they still can't hear us, I'll just turn the mic on for the webcam, because that's what we've been using up until this point. I hate this shit. How do you have any of these problems, or does he take care of all this shit for you?
Oh, he does all of it.
I take care of
He
it.
sits there going,
I'd be lost.
just so frustrated, sitting there shaking his fists and stuff. Don't get a sound mixer. My God.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes I mean, she can attest to this. I'll be sitting there in the our computer room, and I'll just be furious, like steam's coming out of my ears. I need to figure this out. There is something that I am not doing. Like last night, my computer crashed. It just flat out you know what? I'm not gonna work for you now.
Yeah.
And because what would happen is when you start up your computer, when you see for example, gigabyte screen or whatever screen, it's called your computer is posting. So it's basically turning on. So my computer wasn't posting. It wasn't going through the motions to actually come on, and it would hang there. So I had to figure out, that could be a variety of different problems. My video card could be bad, which is silly because I just bought one. My RAM could be faulty. There's just a metric butt ton of stuff.
I don't understand 99% of all of this.
Oh, okay. Well,
I click buttons, dude.
Yeah.
I see compression, and I'm like, that sounds like something I need in my life.
Oh, I heard something. Oh, it's working now. What did you do?
I don't know what I did. Hold on,
just-
just keep talking. Because I'm going to find out, because I just shut something off.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
Oh, I'm going to continue talking. Oh, you just turned something
that's
off.
what I did.
What'd you do?
Right there.
Oh, it was muted.
No, it's desktop audio.
Oh, yeah. So, all right. The thing you want to mute is the thing on your stream. Like, that should be muted.
That right there?
Yeah, that should be muted.
There you go.
Now there's not going to be any double. But you want to keep the desktop. You want to keep the desktop
No, it's
unmuted
okay.
because that's where all of this voice stuff is going directly into your desktop. So,
Hashtag science.
hashtag science.
I hate science. I love science. Who am I kidding? Who am I kidding? I love science. So you play with poop. Tell me about that.
Yeah, I
Segways.
Who needs them, right?
How did you get into that job? That doesn't sound like something you would actually willingly apply for.
I honestly didn't know exactly what I'd be doing.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So my dad worked for the same municipality, so he sort of helped me get in the door.
Oh, okay.
But like the job description did not say what I would really be doing.
That's coffee. You're good.
Okay.
And there's more coffee in here if you need
gotcha.
it. And there's more cream and there's more Splenda. You can have as
It
much
looks like
coffee as you
ranch
want. Take as
dressing.
much coffee as you want, man.
It does look like ranch
There's a
dressing.
full press right here. That's why I said if she wants coffee, I have a cup for her.
This is so cool. Oh, man, I spilled a little bit. I'm sorry.
Oh no, not on my tablecloth. Oh, whatever. What we do? That was very respectful of you. I appreciate you.
Poop.
Yeah. So poop. So your dad worked there, and he got you into the municipality because you had to use a
Yeah.
big word on my show.
Yeah. So he got me in, and it didn't say on the job description like what exactly I'd be doing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a surprise.
So how long have you been there? No spoon today for you. I'm so sorry.
4
You can run upstairs and grab one.
Oh, yeah.
I have total faith that you can make it back in one piece. So what did you start doing when you started with the company then? They just threw you right in poo?
Basically, I mean, throughout our entire county, there's like these pump stations around.
Okay.
So low points in elevation
Yeah.
have these stations. They pump it up to high points. Everything gets to the plant. So I basically just make sure everything's still working.
So you're a field op essentially.
Yep.
And how often do you get covered in people's nasties? Because
More often than I care to admit.
that's the heartbreaker right there.
Yeah.
That like because you got in and then you're helping with the septic system. Are you climbing in sewers or are you just dealing with like exterior
Yeah.
pumps?
Both. Actually going in sewers. There's like a tunnel system under our city that's massive, so we go in there.
Please tell me you have like a full suit and a respirator and
Oh, no respirator.
Oh,
We have
jeez.
like a gas detector
oh god,
in case.
just the
but-
stinks. Oof, the
Yeah.
smells. Good for you. You are a
Yeah.
better person than I am. do you sometimes just talk about it? You're like, I'm not here for this shit today. Just trudging through it.
Pun intended.
Yeah.
Have you found rats and crocodiles
Oh
yet?
yeah, no crocodiles.
No
but,
crocodiles! Come on, give me the
rats
crocodiles!
and-
Oh man.
We looked like we were in the tunnel once, and like we were looking all the way down where it's dark, you can't see everything,
Mm-hmm.
like anything, and all of a sudden we saw these two eyes, and they're just like moving back and forth. So I don't know. I think it was a raccoon, but I haven't found an
Why would it
intro
have
yet.
voluntarily gone? Why do you voluntarily go down there? My God, you're so much better than I am. I'm not going to talk shit
It's-
about your occupation, but
It's cool though. Like it's disgusting, but you see some really like cool stuff.
fascinating.
Yeah.
What do you see? Tell me what
It's
you
like-
see. Fascinate me.
It's like huge structures like underground.
I wonder if
it's
those are
just-
part of the infrastructures that they're going to be repairing
I
in the
hope
next
so, 'cause they
decade or
need
so.
it.
They do? Are they falling apart? Are they
Yeah.
There's
decrepit?
some really bad ones. Yeah.
Nobody got that. Fuck. I got to come with better jokes next time.
This coffee is delicious, by the way.
Oh, yeah, no. That's the Colombian from Canal Town in our hometown. I'm not going to say it.
Yeah,
say
you guys went to high school together.
Yeah, and you went to
Yeah.
high school with my wife.
Yeah, it's so weird.
That's
and
such a small world.
is your lady introverted as well, or is she? Because I honestly can't remember.
So when I met her, she's not introverted, but she's like she's become like more judging of the things that she does and things that she says.
Yeah.
So she tries not to say and do things that she deems that she gets judged for or that she would judge herself for.
Mm-hmm.
I that's all the detail, just in case some people watch this and they're gonna be like, oh, I don't want to be responsible for that. But you know what I'm saying?
Understandable.
It's fucking white people. But like But yeah, like she's out of the two of us, I'm the loud one. She's the conservative one. But she's going downtown tonight in Buffalo. She's meeting up with a bunch of girlfriends, and they're gonna go dancing because the only time Kyle dances is when he's breakdancing.
You could break dance?
I thought we went over this.
I don't think you. Yeah, you didn't tell me this.
I practiced breakdancing from like some point in high school till just after college.
You did. You told me you loved your b-boy days.
So much fun. My b-boy days.
Your b-boy days.
That's what that is. If I ever had to lose weight for any reason, like the doctor was like, "You lose weight now or you die," I'd be like, "All right, I'm going back to b-boy." Just like
That's why
have some fun with it. You know what I'm saying?
It's exactly why I jump rope.
Because the doctor said, "Lose weight or die."
Yep. I went in for the military. They looked at me. They said, "You are 29% body fat. You need to lose weight
There's
or die."
no way you're 29% body fat,
I
you
know
dumb
this.
hoe.
Yeah.
I know this.
They probably
I'm
said
not
your
a dumb
BMI.
hoe.
They probably said your BMI was 29 point something, and you figured that was body fat was 29%.
No, they said body fat was 29%.
They don't measure body fat in the military. They do your BMI.
Listen,
Yes. Tell me more.
the specialist in charge of it told me my body fat percentage.
Did you believe that when he said that to you? Because you competed in bikini, so you would know
Yeah.
better than anybody what a fat ass looks like when you see.
I am well aware of what I am.
But you're a handsome man. You're. I can see your jawline, dude. There's no way you were 20. Even right now, if somebody's like, "Oh, he's like 25%," I tell them to go fuck themselves. Yeah.
I laughed at the specialist when he told me this.
Yeah.
I laughed at him. I said, "Ha ha ha! ha, You are incorrect, specialist."
You should have laughed into his what's the things that doctors put on you? Fuck.
Stethoscope.
You should have laughed into it.
Yeah.
He didn't have a
Is
stethoscope.
that how this works?
He didn't have one.
From Elf. We're fucking just touching everything. Oh my, yeah, Elf. When he's like sitting in the doctor's office because he gets pricked so they can figure out his genetics to see if he matches Kane.
Oh, I was thinking Elf, ALF, like way back.
You meant Elf.
Yeah.
The alien life form.
Get out here. Get out here.
Yeah, she snuck out. Like I tried to keep her out from up top.
Just 'cause he doesn't have balls doesn't make him a girl.
Every cat to me is a female, and every dog is a male.
If animals have XY chromosomes, he has a Y somewhere in there. Whether it's the first or second, I don't know genetics. All right, now I can finally put this up. Oh my God.
Oh, is it done?
We are live. I had to cut out of it. Dot.
Oh,
Twitch.
man, I feel bad for Mr. McG.
Why?
Because he couldn't hear us, and now if he's not here still, he could hear us now. Plus, he missed all the quality conversation we had beforehand.
While we were dealing with it. Yeah, because that's how I like to do the stream. Obviously, I make it really weird. I just start clicking go on shit before we're even really settled in.
Yeah.
And like I had somebody on. He was talking shit about somebody, and I was like, "Hey man, just so you're aware, we've been live for like 5 minutes now." Because I get all the edits out afterwards, and I literally leave that intro there just because it's fluidity, and
Yeah.
I've been doing it for so long at this point. I'm not gonna stop.
Because it's natural. Like when you don't know that you're on camera, you're gonna be more true to who you are.
I think I was listening to a podcast too, and that's how the guy starts it.
He
He
just-
doesn't tell him. He just it seems more natural, I guess.
That's
why
my
he does
favorite
it.
way. Because if you got somebody going in there going, "All right, we're on in,"
Yeah.
and then they point at you, you're like, "Wait, now?" Because you were just at 3, and you just pointed at me. You were just at 3. I hated that. Because what did they do? What did the hell? They did that in a movie, and I was like, the
Wayne's
light's not
World?
even on.
Wayne's World.
It was Wayne's World.
Wayne's World.
Yeah. God.
Where he does like the pelvic hump when he's doing it.
It's such a good movie. That movie holds up. That's one of those like 80s movies that holds up for sure.
Oh,
Yep.
100%.
the second one though, I don't remember the second
I
one.
never
Is
saw the second one.
The second one, it wasn't nearly as good, but it was good.
that the
That's
one where he storms the wedding?
Yes.
Okay.
And he also like puts on like Wayne-a-Palooza.
You didn't tell him about my pube, did you? Yo, how old was Garth supposed to be in that movie?
I think Garth is like, I want to say they're both like in their 20s or early 20s in the movie. Like their characters are.
Yeah.
Obviously, Mike Myers is like 97.
Yeah. He was.
But Rob, who's it? What's his name? The dude from Parks and Rec.
Rob Lowe?
Rob Lowe, yeah.
Rob Lowe has never aged.
Yeah, he's still the same.
If you watch him in Parks and Rec and then watch him in Wayne's World, he is the same age.
You gotta feel lucky, like to witness something like that. That's like the Fermi paradox or something like that going on, where at the same time he is himself at the same time, never aging, phasing in and out of existence. He's the time traveler's wife.
Who's the time traveler's wife?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. You guys never saw that movie? I didn't read a book because I don't read books.
No.
Those books are for chumps.
Oh.
As I gave her the dead stare.
Reading.
I know. That's right. You do read, don't you?
Yeah. I just found
Oh, Jesus.
All right, so I joined the masonry. I'm stealing this shit from you real quick.
No, because every 10 seconds I literally like force it back on her. It gives her like, it's like the waves. This is the tide.
This is why we make such a good team, because like we go to like family get-togethers.
Yeah.
And if I wasn't there, she has to like talk to people. So we tag team it. Like I do the social stuff. I'm social blocking it, and then she's the one that goes, okay, it's time to leave. Let's go. And I go, oh, sorry guys, I gotta leave.
That's my wife. She does the same thing.
I'm good at like being entertaining and being there, but I'm not good at like cutting it off and ending it, because I'll just be like, oh yeah, totally. Let's just keep talking. Let's keep talking.
In the office, Jim talks about that, where it's like before you leave, you have to have seen or done something memorable, so that way people don't remember when you left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're able to just smoke and poof.
She just goes,
Yeah, and we're gone.
Fades into a bunch of bats or something like that.
But so I joined this masonry thing, this apprenticeship program, and I've always gone into like construction thinking, oh man, everyone's gonna be like redneck and trucks and cars, and oh man, I love football. And
Dog, you're in the military.
Listen, I know. And that's kind of why I base it like that. I think construction is akin to military.
Yeah.
It's all just, big trucks and cars and football. And so I go to these apprentice classes, and like I'm always very like, I don't really talk about my politics or like my nerdy stuff because I always get made fun of. Mm-hmm. But I go there and I'm reading this book like on her Kindle, because my iPad's broken. I'm reading this book, and this dude Mike comes over. He's tall, he's very old, he's been around since the dawn of time. He looks like Jesus at school. And he comes over. He's like, oh hey, what are you reading? And I'm like, oh, I'm reading this, fantasy novel by this guy. And he's like, oh, that's cool. I read this other fantasy novel. Well, it's like a trilogy, all right? And I just finished it too. And then the next book just came out. I've been waiting 3 years for it.
Tell me it's the same book you're reading.
I'm like, you're waiting for Oathbringer, aren't you? That's the book that I was reading. And he's like, yeah, I love Brandon Sanderson. I'm like, yo, this dude right here is seriously a nerd.
That's
and then
awesome.
We just started talking about all these different books, going back and forth. And then we got onto politics, and I found out like he's super, super, like the people in my union are really, really liberal and progressive. And I never saw that coming.
Well, so are they socially liberal and fiscally conservative?
No. They're just...
That's the best way to be.
They're just straight...
Go Gary Johnson. Plug.
As long as Gary Johnson is pro-unions, I am for him.
I don't know who isn't pro-unions. Are you in a union?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not a good one, though.
Not a good one, though. I like how he said that. He totally just slapped you like that.
Well, no,
you're going to talk about that later, right?
It's because there's public sector unions, like what she works with, and then there's private sector unions, like what I work with. Private sector, it's they fight more. I feel like they fight more to get benefits, whereas like with her union, they don't really care much. They just kind of, okay, well, here you go.
Because it's been established for so long, they're just trying to make sure it stays established.
Basically, I mean, they're also fighting the county, so it's, I don't know. I feel like it's probably not easy to begin with to hook us up. So
I had a brain moment earlier when he was talking about you escaping. There's going to be one event that's going to happen, and you're going to disappear into the sewers. And you've probably been there before, so you know your way roughly around. And poor John is going to be trying to figure out where the hell you are. And you're just going to pop up somewhere else.
What?
Or the zombie apocalypse.
yeah, I know some good spots.
That's your go-to right there. You better make sure she's with you when that shit happens, dude. The fallout.
I am all set with the zombie apocalypse. Okay.
Why?
I'm National Guard, so that means that in case of zombie apocalypse, I get called up to action. Guess what John's gonna do? He's not gonna go fight any zombies. He's gonna get in his Humvee. He's gonna take a bunch of boxes of MREs, and then he's gonna get her.
After we kill all the zombies, they're gonna come and arrest you.
Nah, man. Because by the time the zombie apocalypse, recedes, everyone's gonna be dead, especially all the people fighting.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get my Humvee, my MREs, my weapon and ammunition, get her.
That's the best way to go.
I'm going to Home Depot or Lowe's because it has everything you need to barricade and castle up.
Yeah.
Just castle up.
And you don't think anybody else is planning on going there first after you have time to go
to like a pharmacy first.
Nah, man.
Oh, yeah.
They're all
if you can trade drugs, trade some
Yeah.
drugs.
They are. Oh, that's actually I never even thought of that. That's a good idea. But everyone's going to go to pharmacies and grocery stores and gun shops.
No. So this is what you need. You need a network of people who you agree that if this shit goes south, everybody meets here within a certain time. everybody, the priorities are walkie-talkies to let everybody know on whatever channel it is. Hey, the goose is in the nest, whatever your terms are. You don't ever say a location, you never say a name, just so that way everybody knows, hey, I'm still coming to, I'm still coming to the silo or whatever you call it. So that way, if you're still waiting a day or two, it's not like they're dead. Hey, coming to the silo, we're here.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. But you need to have a network of people who, here's your Humvee. That's our transportation. Yep. Someone needs to go fetch arms. A bunch of people need to go fetch food. And you need to have a secure network of individuals. Because if you're trying to do it all by yourself, I guarantee you're going to hit your first stop, and that's going to be the end of the road for you.
Well, currently...
Unless you can self-duplicate. I mean, if you can, you let me know how that might...
I'm pretty good at self-duplicating when need me.
Is that mitosis or meiosis?
Mitosis.
I think
it's mitosis.
Is it? Well, I thought meiosis is the one where you replicate perfectly.
Oh.
I don't know. Siri.
I don't know.
Okay, Google. I wish she would respond when I shout, "Hey, yo!"
They have Siri has like an option now where you can say, "Hey Siri," and she like turns on, but it eats your battery more than it already eats your battery. So I have that disabled.
Yeah, I know. Apples like to devour battery life.
It used to be good. I used to very, very pro Apple, but right now, as soon as this is paid off, I'm moving on to like a Droid.
After this, I'm going to a Galaxy.
This
is a turd. Yeah. I got this for $60 on Amazon. It's a blue.
Oh, well, I mean, $60 is $60.
I've had it for 2 years.
That's not bad.
When did I get married? Yeah. A little before then. Before then. Yeah. So I've probably had it for about 2 years. It's a turd. I hate it. I can't explain.
So is
just
this.
a turd.
Just a turd. Poop. Again. Poop. Here we come back.
Mm-hmm.
It's all full circle.
Yep.
So does your dad still work for the same municipality?
No. He left, sailed off into the sunset for a lot more money. So.
God damn.
Yeah.
It's not a bad way to do it. How long was he with them, though?
He was 18 months away from retiring.
Whoa.
So he was there for a long time, since the 80s.
Wow. And how long have you been there?
4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what did you do? Okay, so obviously we went to the same school, but I'm obviously one of these. I have no idea. So what was it like growing up for you? Because I feel like obviously you're a very introverted individual. So like, were you as a child as well?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Like my parents got phone calls from my teachers, like wondering if everything was okay at home because I wouldn't talk. I just didn't want to talk.
I just didn't want to say some shit.
Nothing's wrong.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Is that how? It's probably the same thing growing up all the way through high school. You just kept to yourself, right?
Basically.
So did you like do sports or anything like that?
I tried softball and that didn't work out. And then I don't know, it's just like being on a team and then you gotta like yell and the coach wants to see you cheering for everyone else and I didn't want to do that. So
You're like a hardcore introvert. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Like there's lines and you are not gonna cross those lines. I love that. That is awesome.
yeah.
Oh jeez.
And that's why the streaming thing is so fun because she wanted to. This is her dipping her foot into
Dipping it in the water.
trying to be social a little bit.
Yeah, but the nice thing is you don't got to look at anybody's stupid face. You just get to see their stupid
Which makes
words.
it easier.
Yeah, you're just talking to
Yeah.
yourself. But you're probably used to that, right? Just talking to yourself. I do it to myself.
Actually, I do at work a lot, like talk to the equipment and stuff.
Yes,
But
tell me what you do. Go on.
I don't know. I just yell at things for not working and get frustrated when they don't tell me what's wrong with them.
Oh my God,
The boss
that's
wants it
amazing.
fixed.
That's so good. They call you up. You're like, hold on. Ah! You're like, who are you talking to? Just the compressor. What do you want?
Don't worry about it.
Tell them not to worry about it. Are we gonna have to
Yeah.
send you a psych again? Oh, geez, that's so funny. And
Yeah.
so you have one sibling, more siblings?
I have 4 brothers and 4 sisters.
Oh my fucking God! I am so
But,
sorry.
Yeah. Like half step, I think my brother Kevin.
I don't
that you
even
may
care
know,
how
is the
many
only,
you like halves and fulls. That's 9 people.
Big family.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Kevin was what, 06?
7.
Yeah, Kevin
5,
was
he
me. You were the
7.
year before my brother. Yeah.
Okay.
Why did I think Kevin was 06? Did he fail? No? Because I saw a picture of him online and I was like, man, I don't really recognize him either.
No.
But I definitely know who he is. Fuck you.
Is that
It's Marcel again.
He's talking back. He's giving lip.
I don't think there's been a stream yet that I've done where he hasn't broken into the basement and then hasn't interrupted the podcast.
That was my fault. He was outside the door, and then I opened the door and like tried to hold him back as I went through, and he was like, "No, fuck."
You realize he's just a little furry cat, and they don't have that much strength, right?
I don't want to hurt him.
You're not gonna hurt him.
He's an adorable little cat.
He's probably still got 8 lives. He's had a very coddled life here.
So does her dog.
Which one?
Stud.
Stud. Oh, I don't
Stud's
think I've seen
pit
Stud.
bull.
I've seen Artemis.
Yeah. I think, have I posted a picture on the Instagram?
I think you did, because I was curious who the second dog was.
Yeah, Stud is the brindle pattern. Artemis is the black and white one.
So did you guys bring dogs into the relationship, or did you guys get one after?
She brought.
Yeah, I had Stud before him.
I'm sorry, 9 kids.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I just picture like a household coming down.
Yeah.
Just the roof
Well, they
just
weren't all under
collapsing.
one roof.
Okay, there we go.
So.
Did any of
was
them?
that.
Did any of the other ones go to high school with us or no? Well, wait. Were you East Side or West Side? Burger. Yeah.
Burger. Yeah, I went to Burger.
So what was your elementary? Were you?
File?
Okay. So you're over by File then. You were over by
Yeah, like near
Lehigh.
the mall and yeah.
Okay, so you're up there near Bailey and all those. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm getting my geography down. Just burger or die. That's what it was. You didn't want to talk to anybody. You went to Roth. You're like, oh, they're part of the gang because they had Stoneville over there. Stonewood.
Is that kind of like
Stonewood,
Schrader
yeah.
and Thomas?
Yeah. No. They're like Roth was like throwing distance from a little knit of houses called Stonewood.
Yeah.
You didn't go to Stonewood unless you were with somebody from Stonewood.
Oh.
And it wasn't a big. It was right behind the high school too, and it wasn't a big neighborhood. But you didn't go there unless you were with someone from Stonewood. It was like it's our own little ghetto in our beautiful little suburban area. That was fun though. So you don't like team sports.
No.
You don't like chatting with people. And then so what changed? So obviously you're doing a bunch of things, and you've been doing a bunch of things that either A, put you in the spotlight, or B, make you have to be social with people.
Yeah.
So after high school, what happened?
Well, into senior year is when I started wrestling. So when I was training for
forgot
that.
about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, she's a wrestler.
Tell me more about that.
That was probably like when I finally like figured out how to cross the line.
What do you mean?
Momentarily.
So you could like tap into your own
Like-
psychology and be like, get the fuck back. We're going to do this.
Yeah, basically like to force myself like into the situation and do what I had to do.
Did you ever get like anxiety or something like that when you would do it? Or did you just like,
yeah.
you were just like,
No, it would be bad. Like the day before, I'd be nervous, and the day of, like all the way up until like I was through the curtain, be like super nervous.
That's why I'm with crowds, and I still haven't gotten over it. Anything
Yeah.
over a number of people I can't count, and I can't do it.
It's scary.
Makes me uncomfortable.
It is uncomfortable.
Just shut
Very
down.
uncomfortable.
My public speaking teacher always said that feeling that both of you experience it's not a bad thing. It's you caring about putting on a good performance for the crowd.
I know. That's why I shave my butt.
Nice.
That and the acoustics.
I guess that's why I was never good.
I don't think it's that, though. I'm always afraid there's going to be somebody behind me with a knife.
A knife.
Because the world is full of so many idiots and mean people that if you do one thing and you're unbeknownst to you, like you see it in the movies time and time again, somebody like bumps into someone on accident and the person's like already having a bad day and they're like, oh, fuck this guy. And they like kill that person. You're like, what just happened there?
See, that's why I never want to do stand up. It's because of a reason similar to that. I don't want to be
Someone's
going to
come up on stage and stab you.
I don't want to be on stage, and it's only me up there. So if I say something, not right, and I upset someone, they're gonna accost me and murder me. Whereas when I do improv, I can just
When
blame
is
it
the
on other
last time you heard about somebody getting murdered in a comedy club?
Last Thursday, Stephen Miller was murdered by Roger Michaels. on stage. He was just upset about this joke someone made about ramen noodles, and he was like, "Hey man, I eat ramen noodles all the time. It's my favorite thing. F you, F this place. I hate my life," and stabbed him and killed him.
I don't think that's a thing at all.
100% is the thing.
Legit.
You gotta find. Did you Snopes it? You gotta Snopes it.
I got I would, but to see what had happened was the stream is
Yo, you're gonna kill your damn battery. Oh God, that's so funny.
I'm at 29%. Wow, that's dropped 11%.
It's because you're also in the basement.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's all good.
I'm gonna fill my house with radiation so that way I never have to charge an electronic device. It's just
Perfect. Perfect.
Imagine not having to plug in your laptop ever again.
Radiation.
Yeah, that's how they do it. They do it with electromagnetism, and that's radiation.
Shoot it. That's how the
turn into
like the
X-Men?
center console things work.
Wait, what was the theme song for the old cartoon?
What?
There you go. Oh, I was so stuck. Oh my God.
For the longest time, that was her alarm in the morning. Was
The Power Glove.
Power Glove.
Yeah.
It's like this metal band that covers instrumentals from TV shows and stuff.
What? Where has this been my whole life? That's amazing.
awesome.
Oh my
Power
God.
Glove. Look them up. They're pretty tasty.
That's a plug. Power Glove.
Power Glove.
Oh my God. What'd they say?
So bad.
Oh shit. Somebody said hello to a younger brother, whoever somebody's younger brother is. It's probably not me.
By Zeus's beard, hell's real.
If that's my brother,
Oh, that might be your brother.
It might be my brother, but I don't. Why would he choose that name? It's such a weird name. I figured he would have done something like super, prophetic or something like that.
What's hell's real?
Hell's real?
Yeah, what's hell's real?
I don't know.
By
He'll hear us
Zeus's
in a minute.
beard, hell's real. Please explain.
Is it? Oh, it's HELS. That's weird.
Yeah, that's strange.
None of us. We have 3 brains sitting here trying to figure this out. We have she's gonna pop the answer because she's just been talking to herself the whole time about it, and you and I are just gonna rattle off a bunch of shit that's gonna confuse her.
Yeah, that's exactly what.
And she'll be like, "You guys are dumb. It's this." That's how that goes. So, what got you into wrestling? Because that is a very odd thing for a socially awkward person who doesn't like team sports to get in on.
Yeah. Well, I watched it on TV for like the longest time, and it used to make me so angry to see like the girls get like a 3-minute match and stuff. I just thought I could do it, so I found like a local crew and they trained me. And I actually didn't have a match till like 7 years later because I was scared.
I'm sorry.
So,
Am I thinking of a different kind of wrestling than you're saying?
Amateur wrestling,
Maybe.
like WWE.
Oh my
That's-
God! This just got even better.
professional wrestling, I guess.
Amateur
Yeah.
professional. Yeah.
Even better. Go on. Tell me more.
Yeah. So I did that. I just like escorted guys to the ring and get involved in little ways and do little things here and there. But after 7 years, I like finally had my first match.
Oh my
That was
God,
fun.
that's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so insane.
She does have videos on YouTube.
I was just going to say, where can I watch this? This is amazing. I thought you were talking like collegiate wrestling, like Greco-Roman or something like that.
No.
Like high school wrestling. I was about to be like getting in that singlet and there can't be very many girls in that industry and blah, 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 all chauvinistic and stuff like that. And then I come to find out that it's like WWE style wrestling.
Yeah.
She was good too. Like
She just had her first match. You can't say was. She is. She just
She
had
is.
her own.
She
Are
is.
you
Well,
retired?
Yeah. I haven't done it in a long time.
Oh. Bum, bum, bum.
it's bad on the joints.
Yeah.
Bad on the joints.
Yeah, it probably is. That's why they all like shoot cortisone and take heroin. I mean,
Do they take heroin? I don't think you ever took heroin.
I never took anything.
she's like, I can't have that Tylenol. You get that out of here. I don't need that here. So you and how did you stick with that for so long? That's 7 years. That's a long time to not get a shot.
Well, there were opportunities. I just didn't want to.
Were they like all local shows and stuff like that you did?
Most of them were. And then I got like, after I started wrestling, I got a few bookings in Pennsylvania, in Erie.
Was this pre him?
Yeah, he never got to see me work.
That's why she stopped. She was
Truly,
she was hustling for a guy.
It's upsetting to me. It's upsetting.
As soon as she got him, it's like the stalker broads in the gym. They're like, hey, they're sticking their ass out. They're like, they're just waiting for dudes to come talk to them. That's their call.
Fortunately, I am just entirely too sweaty at the gym, so I don't notice the ladies.
I have too many boyfriends at the gym to notice the ladies.
Yeah, see?
The wife gets mad at me. She goes, "You have more boyfriends than I've ever had." And I'm like, "I know."
Well, that's how you picked me up.
Actually, you
No,
picked
you
me
got
up.
him bringing you gifts and stuff.
I know. What kind of savage life is this I'm living, man? No, because I bought him magic cards. So, yeah. Because he's a sweetie. Wow. And I still have that pack. If that is my older brother, he'll understand that I...
It says wrong brother.
Wrong brother. Hello.
Wrong.
Fuck. So, I don't know.
Well, hello.
So I'm assuming they probably see like a ghost here.
Maybe that's just their that's how they greet people is hello, young brother. Hello,
I think it said younger brother.
Yeah, I know. I messed up and I've corrected myself.
Is that a passage? What psalm is that?
4.20. Blaze it.
Oh my God, I hate you so much.
No, that's not true. That's false. That's fallacy.
That is a fallacy.
It's fallacy.
It's also a phallic penis.
It is a phallic penis. It's kind of redundant. I mean, phallic does imply penis. So you don't really need to say phallic penis.
I can't do it.
Oblong penis.
Oblong. No, what if it's like acute? It's just like slightly off, just a hair kilter.
That's an odd penis if it's just an acute penis. It's just like a triangle. It's an arrowhead.
Yo, that's so messed up too. Because I was
penises. Welcome to the show.
Welcome penises. I mean the show. Fuck. When people start talking about penises, I'm just like, God, they're so fucking weird. They're like the ugliest thing on the human body.
Speak for yourself.
Other than like those weird noses with like the huge pores and stuff, like that's next
I
level.
got huge pores.
No. It's like that weird like your nose starts to look like cauliflower.
Oh.
I don't know what it is.
What I've always wanted to do is because like my pores get really clogged, I want to get one of those pads that like rip all of the pores clean. So I have like a little spike pad. Oh, I always wanted to do that. Like my favorite is like pimples, like not like the bulbous pimples that explode, but like when it's just like a really dirty pore and like you, and then it's just like this little phallic thing pops out.
Penises. We're back on penises.
My penises pop out. It's my favorite.
Oh, the human body's so disgusting. Like that is gross. If we were part of like a superior, I don't know what anybody's religious preferences are. If we were in a place where there's a being that created us or something like that, don't you think they would have fixed that shit a while ago? Anybody with really bad acne, they'd be like, "Fuck you!" Like that's like, what did I do?
Well, that's why I think that we got it all wrong. All right, it's not a dude or lady
a thing and
it that controls like everything. He or she just just made it and was like, I want to see how this fucking evolves. Let's see this.
Hey, hold my beer.
Exactly. That's why all this silly stuff happens, the effed up stuff happens. Yeah. It's because we're just entertainment.
I was talking about quantum fluctuation last week with my guest, and I was so happy that he knew what quantum fluctuation was, because that's what a lot of people will use to explain that there is no higher being, is quantum fluctuation. And
quantum fluctuation, please.
The rules of matter are they cannot be created or destroyed, correct?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Light itself right there is against those laws, because photons don't exist until you turn the light on, and they don't come from anything else in the light. They just come into existence. And then when you shut the light switch off, they just disappear out of existence. So the photons are not there. They're not unacted. They're not like inactive. When you click the switch on, they just pop into existence.
Really?
Yeah. One of the few things that I know about that does that. But quantum fluctuation would dictate that matter can be created or I don't want to say destroyed, but destroyed for lack of a better word. So you can go, and we have a coffee pot, like quantum fluctuation.
Yeah.
And at the same time, you don't have it, which is why the Big Bang would work so well, because you'd have such a long, hard, difficult time to get all that matter to condense to such a small period. Like that's before it all goes. It would have like exploded again before it got to that period.
Yeah.
So quantum fluctuation dictates that it can right into existence and then right out of itself. But the only argument that I have for there being something out there is that something still made the matter from wherever it came from. That's it. That's all I got. I don't follow any collegiate religions, or I don't follow anything organized or anything like that. It's just at the end of the day, something made the matter.
Yep.
That's it. But quantum fluctuation's so badass, because then that makes magic a real thing.
Was it
like when you got like shapeshifters and shit, and you've got like people who can the Green Lantern rings? That could be a thing one day, because you could quantum fluctuation of hand. It didn't exist there before. You got it now.
It will get there. I mean, they're
It's photons. Oh my God, the light emitted is photons. You just got to figure out a way to make it more dense.
What's the thing in Star Trek where like
phasers?
It just not
Klingons.
phasers. No, stop. Hold on. That like just makes everything that you want. It just like makes it.
Microwave.
Not a microwave.
Fifth Element.
The
chicken.
Like it just
chicken
like
good.
if I want a soup, it'll just make me the soup. If I want like a sword, it'll just make me a sword.
Oh man, I should know that too.
Yeah, you should know this.
Thing,
But
it's like a microwave without like.
They're close to actually making that.
If they can do that.
Oh my God, it would be wonderful. Like you could just make whatever you need.
Well, okay, so this is the weirdest thing in the world to say, but if you want something to develop faster, you put it in the pornography industry.
Oh yeah.
That's one of the reasons the internet blew up as fast as it did. That's one of the reasons why film developed as quick as it did for like, high definition and all that stuff. It's all that industry. It's the industry of sexy people having sexy time.
Oh, not sexy people. You ever seen pictures
there's probably
of
a
them?
lot of people in the industry who shouldn't be in the industry.
Yo.
I don't know.
Even like,
I don't know them.
Even like the attractive ones, like when you see the pictures of them without makeup on, like I don't even like porn
this stuff
anymore.
with like he's talking about this stuff with like production value.
No.
They got a director behind the camera.
No. I mean like the actual people, like the porn stars. Like when you see them without makeup on, it's like,
So are you saying that even in like the amateur stuff, they're still in the back room like putting eyeliner stuff on? They're like, I'm not getting abused today.
I generally don't watch the amateur stuff because I do like production value.
It's the stuff with production value where they don't have enough money for like a fader and it goes. It just like aims it on somebody.
Listen, if I'm trying to get, freaky with myself, I don't want to just watch, like, Joe Schmo just using his iPhone to film his sex. That's not sexy to me. I want some backstory.
That's iPod OV.
I want, even as terrible as the story is, I want someone to sit down and go, all right, this is the plot. This is the no pun intended climax.
It's like the shit that was on HBO for like the real sex or like the true confessions of a taxi.
Red Shoe Diaries that had David Duchovny. That's softcore. It was wonderful.
God. Oh my God. How do you feel about this?
She loves this.
Wait. I'm fucking weird. I can't do this. My face hurts. I can't do this. It's too far. It's too early in. It's too early in to deal with that right now.
It's too early? It's like it's 4. It's 4 p.m. It's 1600.
Oh shit. Oh, you savage.
Sorry that I like
you were probably part of like the group of people who paid for it.
No, oh my God,
a subscription and shit.
If I have to pay for something, no thank you.
This is good production value. I'm going to support this network.
Even my favorite book, even my favorite authors, I will read
Allegedly,
I will read their stories without paying.
I allegedly got music the other day without paying.
Yeah, that's all I do. Oh, I can't. I introduced her to like downloading music.
No, allegedly.
allegedly, like how to convert like YouTube videos into like
allegedly.
Name of the podcast.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.com. That's going to be my website now. Yeah, it's a whole new world. The only problem with doing that though is. So I downloaded my own program allegedly to do that, my own offline program allegedly to do that. But like let's say you take a movie and it's like, let's say a song's 5 minutes, you rip it down and a normal audio file is what, like 2 to 5 megs or something like that. Yeah. Okay, when you're done with it, it's gonna be like 40 megs.
You gotta, compress it. You gotta compress it.
You gotta take off both ends.
You guys gotta sort of.
I have a fucking shopping cart on Amazon full of records to buy.
Record like vinyls?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Here, there you go.
It's not gonna work because I use my hands a lot.
It's that Italian thing, right?
I'm not even Italian. I'm
What are
Irish
you?
and Scottish and black.
He's 1/8 black.
I'm 1/8 black.
He'll tell you.
2%.
I got you beat.
You do.
Everyone.
Everybody probably has some ancestry from there, except for like probably my brother. I'm sorry, my buddy.
Your brother?
No, I don't know.
Hellsbeard?
Who that is. I don't know who you are. Struggle is real.
It's the
first world problems. The older one.
I'm the older one. Good sir.
Is he talking to you? Do you have an older brother?
No,
a younger brother?
I have a little brother. I have a little brother. I don't have an older brother. I was gonna say I don't have an older brother.
If Zeus's beard over here is talking to me.
It's your older brother.
If it is. He's not going to say his name. He's going to be that guy. He's just going to fucking wait because I don't check my phone during the podcast, so I have no idea. I could get a call from my poor, lovely wife saying that she just got hit by a car, and I would have no clue.
Well, I mean...
Knock on wood.
Knock on
all the woods. Knocking on all the woods.
All the woods.
Knocking on all the woods.
All right, it's wood.
It's yeah.
Just want to make sure.
This is on a pool table. That's how savage I am.
No, it's a quality pool table.
No, it's not.
We play Magic on it.
It's a dog shit pool table. Okay, back to you. So, what got you into... Why did you decide to do a bikini show? Because I wanted to do bodybuilding, right? In my fat stupor. I could not get close enough. Even when I dieted down for my wedding, I started dieting in February, and I dieted all the way up until August. I went from 245 pounds. I got down to like 210 within the first 3-4 months, and then from 210 to the under 200 was like another, like I think it was till July, and then from July I ended up going from just under 200 to just under 190. So I think I ended at like 189. Everybody said I looked sick and I needed a sandwich. And I told everybody I fucking look good. Kiss my ass. But I definitely knew like if I'd stepped on a stage, I would not have been in any condition. Even to compete with like who are the people who wear the boxer briefs, the shorts, physique people.
Yeah.
Not even close in that category. So like you got into that. You did it. And how hard was it?
It was really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was mostly just like trying to work and do everything at the same time because it seems easy, eat, follow a diet and get to the gym. Mm-hmm. But like to prep all your meals and stuff, it's so time consuming and then you don't realize how crappy you're going to feel several weeks in when everyone's got a beer and you've got water. And
I got Hellboy whiskey if you want it. I got Hellboy whiskey. So how long? So when was your show, and when did you start dieting?
The show was in April, and we did like a trial week or two just to see how it would go with the diet, and then we actually 12 or 13 weeks out, we actually decided to like stick to it.
Wow! So you only did like 3 months.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Mm-hmm. I am very jealous. I've never done a short diet like that.
She was already in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
It was really just cutting down a whole lot.
So did you guys design the diet or did you pay somebody for the diet?
He basically designed my entire program. I only paid someone for posing.
Yes, you needed practice and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So what the hell's your excuse? Why can't you get any bigger?
It's because I know how to like drop weight. It's just I don't really know how to gain strength.
I can show you how to gain that strength, mommy.
When he was in Qatar though,
he was huge.
Yeah, you were like.
That was most like I was doing a lot
huge.
of I was doing a lot of calisthenics. I wasn't putting on a lot of strength. I was just doing like lots of pull-ups, push-ups, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And running a butt ton. But like to actually gain like strength, it's I don't know, it's foreign to me.
I gain strength way faster than I gain muscle.
Mm-hmm.
She actually just said that the other day.
Yeah.
She was talking about that.
I wish I was the other way.
But like I think one of my biggest issues is like when I'm doing like my pull-up routines or my jumping rope routines, it's really easy to see progress. Mm-hmm. I can see that I'm doing this, but like I'll hit plateaus when lifting, when I try and go heavier and heavier and heavier, where for like 3 weeks I'll hit like, let's say, 215 or like 225 on chest press, and I can't go farther than that. I don't know how to break that.
All right, I'm going to give you your easy thing right now. You're going to go on 3-week cycles. You're going to do 3 weeks of flat, 3 weeks of decline, 3 weeks of flat with the slingshot, 3 weeks of decline with the slingshot. That's your bench program. Your deadlift program is going to be 3 weeks off the ground, 3 weeks off of boxes or off of like weights, plates, and then 3 weeks where you're standing on a plate. And then you're just going to keep cycling that. And then for your squats, you're going to do 3 weeks out of the rack, 3 weeks on the front, and then 3 weeks on box squats. You're just gonna keep cycling it.
I have to write that down.
You're just gonna keep cycling it, and you're gonna choose your rep for the day. You're gonna say, I'm gonna do my best 6 reps today.
Yeah.
Once you hit that, you're done. Move on. The next week you come in, you do less reps. So I'm gonna do my best 5 reps. So you know that the weight that you do for your 5 has to be less than the weight you did the week before.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it has to be more. Okay. And you can play with it, and if you're feeling good, feel good. And then the 3rd week, once again, pick a weight that's less. Don't go to 1, maybe 2, 3, or 4. And I'm saying 6 is like that's just a number.
Yeah.
So you could have done like 12, 8, 6, or 12, 10, 9, or whatever the hell it is you want to do. You just got to make sure you choose a rep that's less that day, and then the goal is you need to get that heavier, and then you keep that number in mind, or you write it down like in Fit Notes or something, and then for most of those, a couple weeks later, when you're back on that routine again, oh, okay, so I did this, so I'm going to do the same reps I just did, and I have to do more weight.
Yeah.
Because you don't give your body time to adapt, and you can just crush it. So like with the slingshot, it's nice because then you can get confident with overloading without having a spotter. On your flat bench and your decline bench, you do pauses, which are way harder, and then you can use a little less weight. Deadlifts, drop the bar. Like the ground is right there. The thing for the front squats, the back squats, and the box squats, it works really well is because you're not going to full failure.
Yeah.
You're going to comprehensive failure. We're like, okay, I cannot do one more rep.
Okay.
Because but it's different for getting in shape for a show. Because I have a ton of friends who do the bodybuilding, do the powerlifting, or do the shows, and a lot of them, they cut a lot of the lifting almost out completely. They might do like, they come in, let's say before they started their diet, for you, let's say you're doing like 135 pound, flat press or something like that. When you're like 3-4 weeks out, you're down to like the bar and you're doing like slow reppy sets of 10, like abysmally nothing. Just working the muscle and getting the muscle to go. Because you're going to say probably the same thing that I did. The hardest parts are the cardio and the diet.
Yeah, the cardio sucked. I was up at 2:30 in the morning to get to the
you.
gym around 3, so I could lift, do some cardio, and then go to work. Then after work, I would do more cardio. But I lifted all the way up until the end.
God damn.
The pose coach told me to do that, but she said I looked a little too muscular, so I just
Fuck
added
her.
Well,
extra cardio on it.
with bikini.
For bikini, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what is
So-
it? It's bikini, figure, physique?
Yep.
Yeah, figure.
And with bikini, it's pretty much like you just got to look good in a bikini. They don't want to see too much muscle, but they also don't want to see any
So you got on
fat.
stage with a bunch of like little girls.
Yeah.
Basically.
'Cause you're-
But I didn't have to, it sucked because I couldn't even flex or anything with the poses because she said I was too muscular, so I had to relax.
So why did you decide to
But-
do bikini over figure?
I just didn't really know the difference.
Okay.
So 2 weeks later, I actually did do a figure competition, and that one was so much more fun. You actually get to flex and show what you work for. So
So obviously you humored it. Why did you just decide, hell, I'm going to do it? And then you actually went through with it. Because I've said I was going to do it. I know dozens of people who said they're going to do it. And they start it and they fucking bail.
This guy.
That guy. Hey, there's 2 of us right here. You're a minority right now. Go on.
it's spending the money. So you buy the membership and you pay your entrance fee and all the other fees. And then after that, I feel like you've invested enough.
Oh, so you did
really
everything
should
up
do it.
front.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Otherwise, I probably would have bailed.
Oh, God. The double cardio sessions. Is it worth it?
Yeah.
At what cost, Chris?
Yeah, I don't even like running. I jump rope. That's my cardio. I'm done.
I
I'll
like
run
sprints.
once a month for the military when they say, hey, listen, you got to run 2 miles. I'll run that as quick as I can, only because as soon as I get done with it, I can go get breakfast.
Yeah.
But aside from that, no, I'll jump rope.
Especially if you cleared more room out on the run.
I don't throw up. I don't throw up.
I don't throw up. I get all spotty, and then my vision gets all black and stuff.
Oh, I'll do that.
I get hypoglycemic as fuck.
But I have a phobia of throwing up. So
So do I.
As soon as it starts happening, my body's just stop it.
Listen here,
Now.
you. Listen here. You're not gonna puke. That's the worst. If you've ever been drunk and that same thing happens, you're like, The dude I was working with yesterday, we're talking, and he's going, and I'm like, are you coughing? Are you sneezing? He goes, no, man, I've been sick for a couple days, blah, blah, blah. I was like,
gone.
yo, and he's sitting there, he's talking, he's like, no. And he's just going on. I'm like, dude, if you need to go home, go home.
There would have been a cartoon outline in smoke of me as I was blasting through a wall someplace.
He did that before we left one of our stops. He's like, oh, man, I think I'm going to throw up. I was like, see you at the next stop. Just fucking took off.
Yeah, I'll run then. That's my cardio.
That's
I'll
my
run then.
cardio.
I'll run then.
Puke is, my poor wife, I already told her, I was like, when we have kids, I feel so bad for you because puke, poop, can't do it.
That's the one time. All right, so may I story time real quick?
Okay.
All right, so we went on a cruise together. And
Where'd you guys go? What'd you guys do? What cruise line?
was it
Carnival.
Carnival? Yeah, Carnival.
Oh, you guys did the
Caribbean.
cute clues.
Yeah,
Clues,
it was my first
Yeah.
cruise. I've never really gone on a vacation
Your
before.
cute Blues Clues.
But there was one night where Nicole decided to, indulge a little bit.
Party hardy.
We saw a couple shows. She had a couple drinks. There was this little mixed drink bar, and she was making some great drinks. And Nicole
Yeah, it's
enjoyed
so
them.
hard to get like a drink on the cruise ship that actually has like alcohol in it.
Why?
I just feel like they make everything like with
really,
a
really
drop of
watered
it in
down,
there.
yeah.
So we
they
found
make
a
it
good
family
bartender.
friendly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
but this
Nicole-
girl was taking care of us.
Yes, she definitely was. But Nicole got sick at the end of the night, and normally, I'm just I will keep my distance. Don't ever talk or see me again. Bye. I'll see you in 3 weeks.
Oh, Jesus.
But I was I was so proud of myself because she's emptying her guts, and I'm just it's gonna be okay. Don't worry about it. I'll clean this up. That's fine. And she's just I'm so sorry. And I feel like that's when I've loved her for the longest time, but that's when I'm I fucking love this. I love this woman.
Do you feel the same
I fucking
Do you feel the same way? Is that where you just puked and you wipe your hand off and he's there? You're thank you. You're there's chunks.
Oh, come on.
The first time I threw up in front of my wife, I don't remember where we went, and I don't remember how much I had. I just remember I fell asleep with my head in my little blue trash can with a blanket over me.
I don't think I've gotten to I don't think I've drank enough to throw up, but I have fallen
No.
asleep in the dog's bed before.
No
Yeah.
shit. That's
Yeah.
a good place to fall asleep.
Oh my
man.
god, we got these two. It's Posturepedic or something. They're the most comfortable things in the world. I'm envious of my dogs. Our dogs.
The dogs.
The dogs.
Yeah, last time I drank, I got a migraine. And that was, we did a Wednesday podcast the night before Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. And I didn't even drink that much. I had maybe 6 drinks in 6 hours. But I woke up the next morning and I'm eating breakfast and I'm the nausea and the hot flashes. So I took my migraine medicine for the first time. I was it's bad today. I was I need to be good for Thanksgiving. So I took it and all of a sudden I got menopausal on the couch. I turned beet red and I was oh, what the fuck? My stomach hurt. I couldn't finish breakfast and I'm sitting there. I'm trying to stay steady. And the wife's you can go to sleep. You can go to sleep. You're going to sleep. And I was can we go to sleep? I went and I laid down in bed and I looked up my medication to see what the side effects were. I have a migraine. The first side effect is may cause headache.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, I was as if I didn't have enough going on right now. Let's add more to the punch. And then it said hot flashes and a bunch of shit. I was motherfucker, why would anybody take this? Is it worth it? I ended up passing out for 6 hours or 7 hours. I couldn't move. And then when I woke up, I just felt like somebody fucked my face with a baseball bat. I was in.
Oh.
I was we went to her parents' place and, oh, are you hungry? And they're filling up. I'm yeah, I wish I could eat.
Oh.
Little bites here. I was hungry. I was fucking zombified,
Yeah.
dude. I was ready to go be the Walking Dead. It was bad. I was I'm never going to take this again. So that's why I started using CBD oil. Because I get headaches every day.
Yeah.
So if I have a headache, I take the CBD gummies. If I don't, and I wake up in the morning, I just have a minor one. I'll take a couple hits off the CBD, and I'm fine. The whole day. It's amazing. It's fascinating.
Yeah. I just got an email about CBD oil from the military.
It'll kill you.
It'll kill you.
Oh, my God. And
Legitimately, they have a research group that researches all this scientifically.
Yeah.
And they have found that.
I bet you those scientists were drinking and smoking at the same time.
100%.
They probably chain smoking cigarettes in the lab, and they were probably taking shots of whiskey.
No, they
That's
were
how
going.
they came up with that crap.
Probably.
What was that, Big Pharma? Oh, yeah, totally. I agree with you. CBD oil is bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's tell. Yeah, we can't be having that.
You see, they're trying to ban kratom again.
Kratom?
Kratom it's in the family of opiates, but it's an opiate blocker. Mm-hmm. So it fills the same receptors that opiates do, and in mild doses, it's used as a stim, and in heavier doses, it's used like a mild sedative. So people will use it to get off of opiates, but you can also use it for pain.
Oh, okay.
So when I finished my Percocets, I was using that to make sure that I didn't have any rebound or anything I've never had any of those problems. But I was just let's see how it is. That kratom is awesome. It doesn't get you fucked up or high or anything like that. It relaxes you. It takes the pain away and you just mellow out. It's the same thing with my CBD gummies. When I take the CBD gummies, I'll take 2 of them. All my anxiety goes away. We were at a concert a couple weeks ago. I took 3 of them. And there's these people that are right in front of me, standing there during the concert. The wife's here and she's and she's looking up at me. She's giving me the eyes and stuff. And her mom's talking. I'm oh my God, yeah, it's so good to see you. And blah, blah, blah. And I'm just going on. I'm standing there. And she goes, why don't you give a fuck? These people are right in front of us. I was was like, babe, I had 3 gummies. I was like, I don't give a fuck about anything. Because you don't, once again, you're not high. You just mellow. You're just relaxed. Because I gave her 2 of them and she went to go watch another dog. And I was like, it's been like an hour since she left. I was like, the place is 5 minutes up the road. I was like, she only has to visit for like 15 minutes. I was like, what the fuck's my wife? And she comes in, she's like, I don't know what happened. She goes, I just sat down. She goes, I just couldn't get up. I was like, what? She's like, yeah, the CBD. She goes, I was just chilling. It's phenomenal. But apparently CBD will kill you.
Yeah, well, I mean, the military says a lot of stuff that's
won't kill you. Yet they still let their people dip and smoke and have drinks, and they're not worried about cirrhosis or lung cancer. What they're worried about is that sudden I'm sorry, not SIDS.
And they told me that
sudden CBD death syndrome.
when I smashed my hand in a Humvee door, that my finger wasn't broken.
What did you do? Oh my God,
my
your
hand
finger
in a
looks like
Humvee
it belongs
door.
on a fat guy.
Yeah. When I got
Just
home,
that's the part of you that's a fat guy.
yeah, right there. You can't see it. It looks like a baseball
Oh my
bat
God,
on my finger.
that's so funny. Can you bend it?
Well, I can bend that, but like this I can't really bend.
So how do you grip the barbell? Do you like grab it with the other finger and pull it in?
No, I can bend that, but everything else is fine.
Oh my God.
It's just, yeah.
Why were you slamming your finger in
All right, so we were at this training. It's like a 3-week intense. It's the closest you can get to a deployment without actually deploying kind of training thing. Mm-hmm. And we had been up for like 3 or 4 nights, very minimal sleep.
Yeah.
And I was waiting to go on mission, and we were posted up, and we were parked on like.
John, you gotta help me with this coffee, brother. We have a full pot right here.
Oh, dude, bro, I'm all about it.
Dude, bro, give me a hand. I'll help you out.
So we were parked on like.
Yeah, just pouring that Canal Town coffee out.
We were parked on
Still
a
hot,
slight
too.
incline,
Okay.
and a Humvee door is about 300 pounds.
Were you in Quitar?
No. This was in Louisiana. This was in states training, but it's supposed to mimic an actual deployment. So I'm waiting to go on mission, and I hear that there's some fake attacks on the camp that we're at.
Did you guys have paintball guns too?
No. It's sometimes we'll have like simunation, which is like
Simunation? What is simunation?
It's like soap rounds. But this one, they just had it was like a high-tech laser gun, basically.
Okay.
So I pushed open the door, and I'm hopping out. I'm ready to go, take care of whatever's going on. And I because I'm exhausted from not sleeping, I tripped and fell backwards into the Humvee.
Oh, geez.
And I stupidly reached up to grab myself so I didn't smash my head on something behind me.
Yeah.
And the door slammed on my. So I got up and I go, medic, and I just start running over to the medic thing.
Can we admire how big his hands are? Look how big his fucking hands are.
It's Mason's hands.
How do you? No, they're not. You just started that shit. Look how tiny my girl hands are.
They're the same size.
I'm 6 fucking foot, and our hands are the same length, but you have so much more meat on your hands. That's the biggest disappointment that I have since the accident is my hands have become so soft.
Oh.
I lost all my calluses. I lost all the density and everything.
Yeah.
I'm so saddened by it.
I
You know
got
what I'm
tons
saying?
of calluses now.
Tons of calluses now from slamming stones.
Well, I mean, you gotta. Because, all right, so like.
Is it hot that he's a Mason?
It's pretty cool.
Hot. Wow, that is not what I was going for. I said hot. She goes, it's pretty cool.
Listen, you don't know Nicole. That is the highest echelon.
Yeah. That's foreplay, right?
That is foreplay right there. I can't wait for the car ride home now.
She's
I
gonna
got
be
called
like,
cool.
She's gonna be like, you can pick the music.
Music. There's no music. There's just the sounds of dogs scratching at the door.
I was talking the car ride home.
Oh
you
yeah,
filthy man.
car ride home totally. So
That was me and the wife coming back from Canandaigua this morning, and she's touching the radio. I was like, you fucking lucky I love you. I was like, because you're in my car. I was like, I don't let anybody touch my radio in my car, let alone the climate control. And she was like, she goes, it's not every day I give somebody money for my savings. I was like, it's our savings. And she goes, how much have you put in there? And I just turned and I smiled.
Oh, that's us.
Checkmate,
She's
wife.
the one with all the
Checkmate.
She's much better at the finances than I am. I'm a child.
I say it all the time. Like, I was at the dealership yesterday, and I was telling him, I was like, yeah, my name isn't on the house. I was like, I just pay half the rent, half the mortgage. And he just stared at me. And I was telling her that. She goes, these people probably think you're just trained to say that shit. Like I tell you, like, it's my house and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, I say it in a funny way, like a charming ha-ha way. I was like, I really don't care that I don't have my name on it. She's like, yeah, but they probably think I'm like a super abusive, controlling person. And then they meet you, and I was like,
Well,
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Definitely. She swings upward, right? So how did you place in both of your competitions? Because obviously you really didn't enjoy the bikini, but you enjoyed the physique. So how did you place?
Bikini, I got first place overall for first timers.
Ooh, that's awesome.
Yeah. And then figure, I got second.
Did you have to tighten down just a hair more? I would feel like for physique you have to be, for figure you have to be a little bit tighter.
Leaner.
Right.
Yeah. The only thing is right after bikini, like I just started picking out on everything I couldn't have before. And then I found out about the show, so I had like 10 days to fix that.
I was so
I
excited.
probably could've done better.
Like we had gone through, this 13-week intense training. Yeah. And like I was looking forward to, oh my God, like we can actually go out and like get food and stuff. And then she comes up and she's like, Juan Monster, I think I'm gonna do another show. And I'm
What
like,
did she
my
call
God.
you? What did she?
Juan Monster. That's my nickname.
Oh, Juan Monster.
And
when you get better, you can be Dose Monster.
I hate you.
Oh, Trace Monster.
And so when she said that, I'm thinking like, okay, all right, this is going to be another 13 weeks. And then she's like, it's in like 10 days. And I'm like, oh man.
Oh,
go.
Yeah. Oh my God. What was the weight flux in that 4 days before you started dieting again? It couldn't have been more than a couple pounds.
Yeah, I honestly didn't even weigh myself the whole time. I just went by how I was looking.
Confident.
So I
Confident as
didn't know.
fuck. Yeah, I'm a big numbers guy. I'm like, the statistics are all fucking off. I should look way better by now.
My favorite part was when we went into the bikini competition, and this isn't her frame of view, but this is mine. But it was nice going in and seeing like all these girls, and these are the girls that they're waitresses and bartenders, and they go
Somebody's
out.
like, oh my God, you should be a model,
and
right?
This sewer rat comes in and just dominates.
She's in
Just
Aladdin now, isn't
crushed
she?
it.
Street rat.
It's like, so what do you do for work? I work in the sewers. And I'm gonna win this competition, lady. I loved it. It pumped me up so much.
Pick up my poo, Brian. Oh God, that's so funny. That's so like those are just such shifted dichotomies right there. Just you don't have a balanced paradigm in your body, do you? That's crazy.
She just sees something she likes and she does it.
The case in point.
Yeah.
So how did you guys meet then? Not from you, her.
From me?
Not from you, her.
You could say.
Is this from something with production value?
No.
She's embarrassed by it.
Okay, that's fine. You gotta tell me. I don't need to know that bad. That's fine. You don't gotta tell me. We can move on. Oh, that's right. Those commercials drive me nuts. Because that
works.
fucking blonde girl, that girl pisses me off. She's like, okay. I'm like, didn't you figure out that's where this fucking guy was going with it the whole time?
I've never seen the commercials.
There's like a dozen of them.
Seen
He's
them.
like, don't you think there's a great place to go? And you could tell that he's wearing like a really loose overcoat over another coat with a scarf underneath and a button up and jeans. And he's like, I'm going in public today. This is how I go out in public. That's not how you go out in public, bro. Trust me. And then you see her and she's got one of those like pea coats on with like a blouse and then another blouse and another thing. And they're talking in the cold New York weather. So he's got her on the spot already. It's already cold outside. He's like, are you single? And she's like, yeah, I'm single. Guys are just so hard to find. And blah, blah, blah. You could just hear him going on. And like, you can see his belly pushing through the pea coat. Like as he's getting more comfortable with her, you can tell that he's just like pushing it out. And he's like, what if I told you there's a place you can go and you can meet all these guys that meet your parameters? He's like, would you be interested in that? He got her to double yes on camera. What a dick. Anybody who knows sales tactics knows the best way to sell something is you get somebody to say yes twice. Like, is this something, does this make sense to you? Yes. Do you want this? Yes. Double yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They do all the time. I purposely say no on shit all the time just so nobody can double yes me. That's okay. We can play footsie. Yeah. It's a fun game because then they get all flustered. They're like, like today with the car, same thing. I made sure not to say yes more than once. I was like,
keep that in mind.
Yo, it's so funny because people freak out. Like after you get used to it, you know it's coming too. Because I didn't actually know about WSs until the wife told me, because she used to work at the rack, and that was how they would get people to sign up for like personal training gym memberships. Yeah. WS. You know, this all does make sense to you, right? Does this feel like something you'd be interested in doing? Yes. Okay, so let's sign up.
It makes sense. Oh, that's sneaky.
Boom, boom, boom. Yo, it's so
I'm
dirty.
thinking in my head like all the times where I've signed up for something I didn't want to do, and they do that stupid stuff.
But yeah, it's the double yes. So on the camera, he gets her to double yes, and then he's like, "All right, let's go." And she's like, "Okay." And the whole time I'm thinking, he's probably gonna match you up with himself and then throw you away, just because that's like he's on the commercial right now. She's like, "Oh my God, he's a star. He's so charming." But the girl, the way she says it, like her teeth are fucking like out to here, and she's like, "Okay," and I'm like you, girl, damn, like you should not have let this man approach you on the streets. Because you are probably going to get taken advantage of in a bad way. You got to wonder about the matchups, though. Did you guys ever look at each other's profiles, like the stuff that each of you submitted, and then like, okay, that's exactly what I wrote? Because I always wonder if like you input stuff and then it changes it for like trigger words or something like that.
I feel like everything that I wrote, it never changed. I can't even remember. Like I wrote
was
stupid
pretty
stuff.
general. I didn't really like
It
narrow
was
it
that
down.
she
I
had a
didn't care
picture
too
of
much.
her jumping off the like one of the top ropes on a wrestling match, and that's what hooked me. I'm like, oh man,
Yeah.
I have to talk to this
I
woman.
make fun of the wife because she was on Buckets of Fish.
Buckets of fish.
Plenty of fish.
Plenty of
I call it
fish.
Buckets of Fish because that's what I call it. It fucks with people. It's so, one of my buddies actually met a girl on Plenty of Fish, and she stuck a finger in his beehole.
What?
Fun fact of the day.
Well,
And he made the mistake. He told me, and I go, whoa. He goes, what? I was like, you just told me that, right? He goes, yeah. I go, big mistake.
now
everybody knows.
Everyone's gonna know.
It's so funny too. But with the online dating stuff, because I never got into any of that, but I'm guessing that's now like a huge shift because we're in this hustle bustle world. You work 2 jobs and you stream. You work a job and stream, and you're educated and you're in the military and stuff like that. It's hard probably to find the time to go find. I got lucky. I whipped the seat down before my wife sat down at the gym. And then she pursued me, and I was like, okay, she's into this. Like, I got lucky. I didn't have to go anywhere for it.
See, for me, the online it's a better choice because as social as I am, as extroverted as I am, I am garbage at talking to ladies in general.
Yeah.
I've always considered myself like if I'm out in public at a bar or something, I have a shotgun blast
Yeah,
personality.
a shotgun technique. Something's going to stick. Yeah.
So
That's what I do.
I am myself to everybody in range of it, and if someone likes it, they will approach me.
Yeah.
But online, I can actually think about what I'm saying. I don't trip over the things that I say. And
What does that say about me? Because you approached me.
well, that was different because that was, it was this.
Back when I was 240, 245, benching, 500 pounds and talking about magic at the gym and comic books and
listen,
shit.
I wasn't worried about what you looked like.
Oh, shit. He's all personality, isn't he?
Because I was thrown off guard.
What's up, girl?
How often do you do dips in a gym and then you listen in and you're like, are those motherfuckers talking about magic?
That doesn't happen.
It doesn't. I told her about it too. Like I came home, like, yo, listen, Nicole.
I say it to people all the time that I think would know about it, and they have no clue what it is. I'm like,
I knew.
Okay.
I knew.
You look like the person who plays this game. Like I feel like that's what you do in your free
Are you
time.
sure you don't do it?
You can be
Sure you
honest
don't
with me.
know?
I'm not gonna. That's part of the thing, though. You wonder who's embarrassed and who's not embarrassed. It's like, so have you guys ever noticed in public when you first meet someone and you introduce yourself? Probably 90% of my friends now have introduced themselves as a sub person. So when I used to introduce myself, when I used to work at Valvoline, I never introduced myself when people would be like, oh, what do you do for a living? I wasn't like, oh, I work at Valvoline, I'm a lube tech. I always made sure to never have to answer that question or never get that question asked on me. So I always ask it to everybody else. But everybody always says something that's either a hobby, a side job, or something else if they don't like their first job, their primary. Mm-hmm. So if I, let's say I bumped into you, out of the 3 things you do, you're a caretaker for an elderly lady, you work with poo, and you're a streamer. Most people would say, yeah, I stream online. Oh, what do you stream online? Yeah, I stream online here. Because that's the thing you're proud of. That's the identity you choose to uphold. Like a friend of mine, he said he works with glass. And I told him this. I was like, you did that months ago. He's like, I didn't do that. I was like, trust you me, you did that months ago because I didn't find out for 4 months that you worked, where you were property manager. But it's the identity that you uphold. Have you guys ever noticed that when you meet people out in public or something like that, that they'll say an identity?
Oh, I used to do it all the time.
Yeah.
Because I didn't like any of the jobs that I worked previously before this one. So the military is an easy one. So I'm John. I'm in the military.
Yeah.
Because I didn't like being a neon and LED installation maintenance mechanic or whatever. I didn't like being a landscaper. I didn't like working at Paychex. So I didn't want to have those tagged with my name. But I did enjoy, being in the military. So I'll tag that with my name. But
about
now
you?
I'm a Mason.
I would just say where I worked. It's just
You always just say
a
it?
real short answer, anything to end the conversation.
What do you say? What do you say?
I just say I work in the sewer.
It's not a bad way to say it though, because then, but at that moment in time, people generally get made of questions. Like I got made of questions at that exact moment. I was like, "Tell me more." So you're putting yourself on a weird angle right there. You're trying to avoid the conversation. Yeah, that is interesting as shit. Literally.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Shit is pretty interesting.
Shit is interesting.
It does get interesting.
Everything floats down here.
Allegedly, she has brought me to some of like the pump stations. Allegedly,
Yeah.
And they really are like
Allegedly.
there's one near the. Can I? Probably.
I wouldn't.
Public.
Allegedly, there is one near the zoo, and dude, it is massive. Like,
Yeah.
You wouldn't think like, oh, there's a zoo. What is this small structure there? And then you go into the structure, and then you look down this giant. It's like a pit. All right, the pit in 300.
Yeah.
It's like that.
What was that pit? Why the fuck did they build that pit? What was that pit for?
Throwing,
Because it was dark as shit down there. Throwaway
Kicking
bodies.
guys
throwing
down there.
people, kicking guys
But
down
that's
there.
the worst part is I feel like that was like the center of town or something. And like imagine being, you're the king of Sparta or something like that. And he's like, all right, we're going to go. We're going to dig a pit. And they're like, how far? He goes, I'll tell you when to stop. And then for like your whole life, that's your job. You're just digging this pit. And then you hire Mason John over here. And he's just building it down there. And he's like, how low'd you go? And he goes, I don't know. And he looks down and he goes, it's not deep enough. I could see the bottom. And then like, but what the hell was up with the pit?
And the worst part is you got paid with like a loaf of bread.
So you could eat and then do it again. Yeah. That's it. You got to recharge them fuel cells, dog.
Like now, because we have unions, I can go,
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that unless you're paying me a lot of money.
Oh my God. But yeah, I've always wondered that. Why though?
Oh, I never questioned it. I just...
Yeah, I never did until now, but now I'm thinking about it.
I have a hard
That is
part with
strange.
movies. Like when episode 7 with fucking
Is that the new one or
Stirwers.
Stirwers?
Yeah, episode 7.
The
Force Awakens?
Force Awakens.
Yeah, thank you. Where R2 like comes to, at the end of the thing, and they're like looking at the giant map floating around, and there's this puzzle piece missing, and R2 comes up, bleep, 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 and he like shoots it up there, and I was like, did nobody think that in the entire fucking map where they couldn't find Luke, that's where he was? I can't imagine there's very many planets in that little fucking area. Regardless of how big the universe is, there's probably not a lot of planets in that area that can sustain life. And then R2 comes up and he's like, bling, and literally like right in the fucking middle of that area. And it's like, why don't you do a search and you find all the goddamn places in that little area that can sustain life and a good rate, and then one that might be a good covert place that kind of looks like New Zealand, and then you just send a couple ships there to analyze real fast, as opposed to waiting for the fucking droid to wake up who's been asleep since his master left him. And then, like, that just, it fucked me up so bad. I got so upset.
So
Yeah, those little things get at me too.
it was a puzzle. So without that puzzle piece, it didn't
Yeah,
arrange
but
itself.
you
It didn't
know-
arrange itself in
you
precisely the right
fucking
manner
know where
to
you
know
can't
where it
see.
was. B,
You could see it! If I give you a puzzle piece and I got a 1,000-piece puzzle there and I'm like, hey man, here you go, hide this from me, I'm gonna look and I'm gonna be like, okay, I can kind of figure out that there's probably a piece.
B, if that didn't happen, it would have fucked up the entire story. C, if you're really, really upset about that, why didn't they just hack into R2 and download everything off of his...
How were they supposed to know he had it?
Well, because they said that he had it.
Oh yeah, if they don't have the technology to hack into R2, that's another goddamn
Yeah,
issue
see,
right
no,
there.
I threw you a bone there.
Oh, you suck so much.
It's cool. It's encrypted. No, well,
Yeah,
probably
you're
have a
in
good
the
hacker
future,
in there.
bitch. You're in the future.
Well, it's the past. It's the past. It's the past.
Someone built a fucking Death Star. Don't tell me
Yeah,
you can't hack a droid.
Hack into R2.
You built a goddamn fucking planet in space.
You're welcome.
And then while you're doing it, you have it designed so that way it wouldn't kill everybody on board while you're doing it in a fucking vacuum. You got shit that's all closed off so you can just keep building shit on.
That's something you should be upset about. Not the
you.
puzzle piece.
Fuck you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
What if he just had no batteries?
Oh, you plug it. Did you grab a fucking extension cord and stick him in there?
He's got the Apple encrypted cable.
Besides, his memory is not going to be linked to the power source. You just take them apart, take out the memory, hook it up to a computer, and download it.
Bleak, blook, blork, bleak.
Bleak,
Oh
bloop,
my
blorp.
fucking.
Easy.
What's worse? Is that worse, or is that the Indiana Jones one worse? I think it's the one with the Nazis, because Indy wasn't responsible for that movie at all.
That was the one with Sean
Last
Connery,
Crusade?
right? Last
It might have
Crusade?
been the Last Crusade. Yeah, because even with or without him, the Nazis still would have got the relic there, and they all would have died.
Oh, you mean Raiders of the Lost Ark?
Yes,
the first
Raiders.
one?
Thank you. Yeah.
Wasn't that an episode on some show people were talking about?
Yeah, they
Did
talked
they
about it on
figure
Big
it
Bang
out?
Theory.
Yeah,
and I thought about it for
yeah.
so long, and I was like,
I've never-
motherfucker.
Never seen Big Bang Theory. I think I watched it once.
I've
I'm
got
like,
seasons 1 through 9.
It reminded me of Friends, so I gave up.
I love it so much.
Yeah, she can't watch sitcoms because of her love
Yeah.
for Friends. Everything
I see
everything
Friends
takes
loves
from
Friends.
Friends.
Everything.
She loves Friends.
Friends is amazing.
She's watched it too many times. I hated it, and now I can tolerate it.
I hated it only because I didn't like the idea of it. And then I watched it, and I'm like, oh, wow, this actually really isn't bad, especially since every show I've ever watched takes stuff from this show.
Yeah. It's
Like,
true.
what's the one? How I Met Your Mother.
That's Friends.
That's everything from Friends.
Friends. Yeah.
It's upsetting.
The Big Bang Theory, though, has science.
Yeah, but I just don't like
Yeah.
that they're all stereotypical nerds.
What? How dare you?
Well, they are.
Penny is not a nerd.
Oh, that's the blonde one.
That's
Okay,
one.
so you get one.
That's
hot
one. I get
chick.
one. I get one. That's all I
One
got.
hot
That's all I got. I was even gonna go as far as saying Bernadette isn't either, but she's a fucking chemical engineer or something like that. So, never mind. Never.
I don't even know who Bernadette is.
Wolowitz's wife.
Oh, okay. Oh, Passion Project. Passion Project as opposed. Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
There we go. Yeah. See, he
Passion
gets it. He's
Project.
picking up what I'm putting down. He's figuring it out. Like if this is my brother, he's got a friend who is the national DDR champion.
Yo, I used to be so
Whoa.
good. That's how I originally used to lose
He
weight.
is the champion. He just won the world tournament or
I
whatever
wasn't
it is.
saying that. I
So I'm
was-
gonna have him come on and talk because he's hilarious about it.
awesome.
And I was like getting all hyped about it when I found out about it. I was like, "Yo, why are you not more hyped about this?" I was like, "That's amazing!"
I did Sandstorm on Extreme.
Bum, 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 bum,
wonderful.
bum. Oh, that was Sugaru.
He said his
Bum,
name
bum,
was.
bum, bum, bum,
Is
bum.
your brother Sutton?
Oh, is it Nick Sutton?
Yeah, it says Sutton.
Where did I miss it?
Oh,
Oh,
it's- scroll
Sutton,
up a
thanks
little
for
bit.
watching, buddy.
With
I'm
a
so
baseball bat,
sorry.
sir.
I did not mean to diss you like that, you sweet
With a
motherfucker.
baseball bat.
Oh, he's
I actually
so
have a friend who
cute.
got face fucked by a baseball bat. Like he was running with one of those Nerf bats. So he's running with a Nerf bat and he trips and falls and the Nerf bat literally goes all the way down his throat and he pulled it out. So he was technically face fucked by a baseball bat.
The guy, that's Sutton. So he's actually, when he finally moves back home, he's going to be a real big part of the show. He's going to be my Jamie.
Okay.
He's going to be my fact checker. He's going to be my online guy. He's going to be my back of the studio guy because he's one of the fucking best people I've ever met in my entire life. He's so funny.
Good. That'll make things a lot easier. Maybe you can figure out that soundboard.
Fuck you. No, technology, no. No, he's just got to make sure he's my fact checker.
Oh, okay.
That's it. But he's a sweetie. You're going to love him. Hopefully he comes home soon.
Does he play Magic?
I think I've taught him. Okay, so you remember Alan?
Which one was that?
Alan's a little bit bigger, always has a baseball cap, has a baby face.
I think maybe, possibly.
You might have played with him once. Alan has this idea that him and I haven't been playing Magic together since 10th grade. And I have this know-how that we've been playing Magic since 10th grade because I have a deck that I call the Alan deck.
Oh, is that the green deck that I played?
The mono green deck,
Oh,
yes.
all right. No, I know who you're talking.
Because
oh,
I-
no. Okay, I'm good.
Because I've taken that deck
Yeah.
ever since 10th grade. The green's the easiest color to learn, right? So I built the deck because that's what I learned on was green. So I built the deck so an idiot can play it. And that's been his deck since 10th grade. And I've slowly changed it and added to it and added to it and added to it. And then it hit a point where that deck, even if you fucking play, you make a dozen play mistakes, it doesn't matter. The deck's going to win as long as you're attacking. And
That's
it
the
hit
one I
the
told you
point, so
about.
I was like, damn it. So I like had to downgrade it a little bit. And then recently it's like all my decks are getting super intricate and really intelligent. So I was like, all right, I might as well just up it again. So I brought it back up to normal. It's so stupid. So stupid. It runs like creatures that can deal damage as though they weren't blocked. So lone wolves, rocks, and thorn elemental. And then it runs like land of war elves for mana acceleration, finehorn elves for mana acceleration. So you can drop those really early and just fill up real quick. So like by turn 3, turn 4, you can drop a 7/7. And then it runs Blanchwood armor and which is 2 and a green. It enchanted creature gets +X for access to number 4 you control.
Yep.
So let's say if it's turn 7, you get Thorny out. you have a 14/14 that can deal damage as though it wasn't blocked.
Yeah.
And then it also runs a playset of an instant that does the same thing until the end of turn, +X number 4s. And then you run a playset of fog in case you can't get there in time. You just stop damage. And a playset of like muscle burst and giant growths for just additional pump. It's stupid simple. It's stupid easy. You literally just play what's in your hand. It takes zero thought process. I've built this deck for him. He knows it's called the Allen deck. He knows it. When he brought my Magic collection to Florida, he literally built a deck on the plane because he didn't realize that I had the decks. He goes, yeah, I built a deck like mine. And I was like, oh, that's so cute. You thought you could build a deck. And I looked at it. It was awful. But I was like, hey, here's your deck, buddy. And I just handed it to him. And he's like, oh, okay. So the man has a deck named after himself. And he still claims that we have not been playing Magic for a fucking decade together.
He says
over a decade.
He says, keep in mind, every time you teach me, I have been drinking-ish.
Yeah, that's true too. I remember I taught you after a podcast when I used to run the original podcast. I taught him after one of the podcasts. We had been drinking during the podcast. What did we do? We were working out in the garage while drinking. And then we did the podcast while drinking. We went swimming while drinking, and then we played Magic while drinking. It was a bad day. It wasn't bad. It was a good day. That was back in my heyday.
See, I want to bring her over one of the nights, but she works Friday nights. She does her overnight shift with the old lady.
How many nights a week do you work with her?
2 nights.
Why?
2 overnights.
Oh, okay. So you got to sleep there on her couch?
Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh, that's weird.
It's an easy buck.
It is, yeah.
And it gives her a chance to do homework and stuff while she's over there.
Do you got a wiper? Work
Yep.
with Pooh all day. You might as well work with Pooh 2 nights a week.
Yeah.
Does she have other people that cycle in and take care of the other nights?
Yeah.
Is she
She's got
decrepit?
24-hour care. No, she has like dementia and a bunch of other health problems. She's 95.
So you like a hospice?
Not hospice.
No. So
Just
she's not
like
dying. She's
an
kicking.
aid. Yeah.
She's kicking for sure. God damn. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
I mean, at 95, if you're still kicking.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're still kicking, but can't wipe your own ass.
Well,
I wish you could.
Yeah, she probably you food prep a couple days worth, and you make sure it's like heavy, like broccoli and Brussels sprouts and stuff, so that way it just happens right after she eats, so before you get there.
oh,
whoever was on tap for that, they're like, fuck, again? This girl needs to stop food prepping for her. Give her all the protein, back her up real quick, like a bear. Yo, bears are fucking ridiculous. Have you heard stories about bears?
just that they maul people.
No, like how like they'll go after like deer and elk and stuff like that right after the thaw, and they'll pull babies out of the mother as they're giving birth. And my first thought was, why don't you run away? And then my second thought was, fuck it. If I'm having a baby and a bear's pulling out, better the baby than me. I'm just like, here, take it.
It's true.
Take it. Here, I'm going. Take it.
It's very true.
Just run. Gallop away. It happened again.
I've never heard that.
They're just picture you just. She's like, oh fuck, here he is. I have your rations, sir.
It's strange though, because I mean, like any deer that I've seen, they're like super stealthy and also very very aware of everything around them.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that a bear can sneak up on them and rip a child from
I don't think your priority when you're going through that much pain is, oh God, here comes Tim. I don't think that's your thing at all.
That's also true. I've never really been pregnant, so
I've never given birth, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I've had pretty bad doo-doos before where you're worried for your own health and safety. Anal fissures are for real, man.
I know.
Back to the soft butt. Shave it. Stops the fissure.
Listen, I like a nice a bed of soft peat grass as I am pooping.
What's that cat scratch grass? What's that grass called?
Oh,
Just have a house full of that real quick.
is that the stuff that makes the cats
That
high?
makes them go crazy.
Catnip?
Yeah, and not necessarily, but yeah, like you just get like a box of that, and you're just like, I'm just like in the woods, just turd in the grass real quick.
Yeah. See, I don't want to rough up my doorway. I want my doorway padded for ease of exit.
So imagine if we had never developed internal plumbing in the houses and stuff like that, and we still did shit on wells, and you had to use like a human litter box.
No, listen. In Iraq, they just pooped in buckets and then throw it into the.
I was hoping you were just gonna say they just took a shit in the sand.
Well, I mean, I'm sure they have.
Dig.
I'm sure they have. But yeah, the Tigris River is disgusting because of that. Because they don't really
Make
have.
sure you're upstream where the Tigris and Euphrates merge.
Oh no, I wouldn't be anywhere in Tigris at all.
That's all kinds of like sepsis, right? Right? That's the right word? Come on, poo girl. Sepsis? Sepsis? Is that the one that has to deal with deuces?
I don't know.
Sounds like it.
I think so.
Because it has sep in it. I know sep is
Septic.
Septic.
like poop.
So it'd be like tanks. Poo tanks.
Yeah, poo tanks. Sep. I can't
Seppuku.
Google
Oh my
this.
god, seppuku would be poo-poo-ku.
I
Yes.
still have 16%. I'm doing good.
Wow, you're slowing down over
I
there.
put
That's
on low
good.
power mode.
Oh. It goes bling, bling, bling. It just remember if she dies, we can hook her up and get all the information off of her like R2.
Yeah,
like
like
the
R2.
missing map piece.
You're welcome.
I'm so mad about that.
I had more issues with the newest one.
Hey, you remember that weekend that Black Panther came out and I couldn't go see it till the weekend after, even though I have a tattoo of Black Panther?
I'm going to see it
Isn't
tomorrow.
it this weekend it came out?
It came out, yeah. I'm gonna go next Sunday and see it.
Oh, I can't wait to spoil it for you. Oh my god.
That's okay. I already
Black
know what
Panther
happens.
dies in the end.
Fuck you.
Snape kills him.
I hate you so much. With his Klingon Batleth sword.
Klingon battling sword. Oh, what's it called?
Batleth.
Oh, you actually knew what it was.
I don't even like Star Trek.
Yeah, I don't like Star Trek either.
I like Star Trek.
I was hoping she...
I like Star Trek when J.J. Abrams took over.
The movies are fucking killer though, right?
Because he made them more Star Wars.
No, he brought the graphics up. Because imagine if Star Wars had a TV show back when Star Trek was on. It would have been just as dog shit.
I'm telling you
Right?
right now. No, the way
Just agree with me. Someone fucking agree with
the
me.
way J.J. Abrams made the new Star Trek, he made them more Star Wars because he focused on the action as opposed to
No, he focused on the fact that he had technology at his fingertips and he didn't have to make it look like Total Recall where the eyes were fake coming out of the mouth. Someone stabilized my kid to Mars.
J.J. Abrams is notorious for his love of Star Wars. He wanted to Star Warsify.
Either way, it was awesome.
Well, I enjoyed.
What is there? 2 of them? 3 of them?
Three?
Three.
Good.
They had the last one with
The last one was dumb.
the funky girl.
Yo, how about G.I. Joe? Channing Tatum dies in the second one. He gets blown up.
Never seen it, but I don't like
Yo!
it anyways, so I'm happy.
No,
he
those G.I.
dies.
Joe movies are awesome. I didn't even like G.I. Joe when I was a kid. I have G.I. Joe number 1, but I don't like G.I. Joe, and Channing Tatum and The Rock fucking killed it. Killed it.
Not a fan of those movies.
Fuck you. He goes, I'm in the military. I know what it's really like.
Yeah, all their uniforms are wrong.
Yeah, I know. No sleeves? You're not allowed to have
You're
no
not
sleeves.
allowed to do that at all.
Wait, there's a girl in a camo bikini? That's not within regimen.
Regiment.
I don't fucking know.
Regulation.
Regulation. God,
Regulation.
darn it.
You were close, though.
Sometimes the big words in my head just go, they go like this, they go, here we, it's like a typewriter. Ding, 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 ching. Wrong
It's
one.
okay.
Fuck.
I do it all the time. My mouth moves a lot faster than my brain does. My brain's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, fuck. Damn it.
It's that Parks and Rec thing. April! It's that scene right there. Oh. That's one of my favorite. I do that to the dogs all the time when they run away.
Oh, Parks and Rec.
N.A.
John Ralphio. is
John,
the
yo,
greatest.
I'm not gonna lie.
Is the greatest.
As you watch it, he gets
character.
better.
He does.
He gets so much better.
She will eternally
hate
disagree
him.
with me.
Isn't he so
We're
bad?
thinking, we're thinking about for
Angry.
Halloween doing John Ralphio and then his sister
Mona
as
Lisa.
Mona
Yeah.
Lisa as
Sapersteins.
Yo,
Yo,
so good.
I hated the first time I saw it. I hated them.
He's
Second
so
time,
obnoxious.
But yeah, he's so funny.
But then you realize, like, oh man, that takes some skill at. Hey, what's
Hi,
going
wife.
on?
Like when he, hi,
I have to leave.
Nicole, Carly, Nicole.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Hello.
You remember
This is my
Handsome.
lady. It's my lady.
Please drive safe. Let me know when you get in. Okay.
I'm not leaving just as.
Oh, pff,
I'm
yeah.
running late. My massage was amazing. I'm going back 2 weeks.
Of course she is.
I'm broken. He said I'm really close to herniating my discs.
Ooh, that's not good.
It's from all the sex.
Oh yeah. He has to inform my chat every time he comes in that he's.
Yo,
going
it's so funny too, because he always acknowledges it.
Hey, sorry I wasn't here. I was,
Trying to
making a
replicate
baby.
my DNA.
Trying to make a baby. Trying
so
to
funny.
do this.
And I usually have the volume on too, and he'll be like, "So how was replicating your DNA?" And she's like in the other room, and she'll like hear it. She'll be like, "Did I fucking hear that?"
I gotta acknowledge
filter.
chat.
I have no fucking filter. My life is an open book. You want to know? I'll flip to a chapter for you. I'll be like, "So I'll tell you about the time." Open book. Just ask the right questions. That's what it is. I'm not just gonna tell you shit. They say the page master. Nobody remembers.
Oh, that was the
I
movie
love
with.
Page Master. Macaulay
Oh,
Culkin.
Reference!
Yeah.
Christopher
Wait,
Lloyd.
was he?
reference.
Is that the one where it was like cartoon?
Moby
and he was a
Dicky with the
person?
3 books.
Or was
Yeah,
it
and he's
just
like
all
the sword and the
cartoon?
stone.
No,
Yada yada
cartoon
yada.
and live action.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, now I remember.
And then he crashes the bike and it's raining and shit outside and he crashes in the library and the creepy guy behind the counter. Yeah, the movie's awesome. An awesome
Yeah.
person. Yeah.
Man, why don't they remake something like that? Like,
Do you really want them to
I don't
ruin
want-
it?
Yeah, I
Well,
don't want them to remake
That's like
it.
if they remade Hook, I know they're going to do it worse because you can't beat Rufio.
No.
That's true.
Rufy. Oh.
But I'm just saying, like, with all the crappy stuff they are remaking, like, why don't they ever choose from stuff that's, like, good?
I can't imagine the pool of product is very shallow. It's probably deep with shit, and you can probably grab something new.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, yes, they could. Like, what's the movie that's coming out that
Jumanji.
No, not Jumanji. It's a movie where everything nerd is in it.
Probably called
Player
Everything.
Player number one.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's based on a book, sweetheart.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's a book.
Ooh.
Read the book. It's a good book.
What?
But you didn't read.
I don't read.
Oh yeah, Mister, I don't read. It's on.
I don't.
It's on the stream now.
You ever heard of Audible?
Fucking. That's the same goddamn thing.
not.
Someone's reading to you.
Okay, the last book that I read, and it's probably down there, it's The Physics of Superheroes.
Listen,
But I've read that book like, it's XC something D, which is it's a science book based on possibilities of things that could happen in our society. So like what would happen if the atmosphere disappeared at once? What would happen? Like that. The book got me interested in that book is when I was a little kid, I used to walk down the street to my buddy's Eric's house, and I was like, oh, wouldn't it be so much easier? I'm like 3. If I could just jump in the air, when I jumped in the air, because I know what direction I'm going, and the way the Earth is rotating, I'm 3. The way the Earth is rotating, if I could jump up and cancel gravity for a couple seconds, or however long the distance would take for me to get to the front door, I wouldn't have to walk there. So I could just go bloop and be there, right?
just speed up the rotation a little bit.
No. The rotation's the same, but if I can nullify gravity and wind resistance and stuff like that, and I can pretty much pod myself, and it's like, okay, you are 0.012 seconds away from, that's the distance. So you jump up and it alienates it, comes back down. So in 0.012 seconds, I'm right in front of Eric's house. I didn't have to walk all the way down the street. Well, that book has a whole bunch of like scientific questions that this guy, he gets sent all the time, and then he figures them all out and he sends the answers, and he had a website. And he's like, fuck it, I'll make a book. So he's made like 6 books on it or some shit like that. And they're super, super interesting.
Cool.
Like if you wanted to collect elements, how many elements could you collect before like your house just burnt to shit?
I wonder if Neil deGrasse Tyson's ever interviewed him then. Because he's always
On Star Talk?
Yeah, he's always bringing in people like that.
I don't think he's a star though. He's like an online writer, like a publisher. I think he used to work for like a Canadian newspaper or something.
Oh, I'm sure.
It gets dark up there. They seem to have a lot of time. Oh shit, that was a good joke. Good me. Go me. Did you guys watch that yet?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It took us. Was it like a month after it actually came out to watch it?
Yeah, I didn't watch it for almost a year.
Yeah, the new season.
The first season.
Oh, I was about to say. I'm like, the new season hasn't been out for a year.
No, but I love it so much. I bought the first season on DVD,
Yeah,
and then I watched it after my surgery. Like binge watched it again.
I was
like,
worried
"Damn,
about the
that's
second
good."
season. I didn't know about it. I was hesitant.
What's the worst episode in the second season? Go.
Oh, I don't even know. It's all just one because we pretty much binged it almost.
Come on, what's the worst episode? There's one
The
episode.
one with all the kids in it.
I don't even know.
Huh?
I don't know. I thought if you're gonna
The one where she went to the city.
introduce, all
That's the
those
one.
characters, then
never
use
touch them
again. What was the point?
No, they probably will. They just probably touch them in the following seasons. Because now that we know that she's 11, which means she's the 11th run, which means that there's other runs. But it was just so silly. She's like trying to come of age, and then the whole holographic daddy thing, and Papa.
I did like that they had.
Fuck you.
They
You got telekinesis. You can kill anybody. Shut up.
like I like that they had Kai in it.
Yeah,
He's
Kai
like-
Green getting
Yeah.
that. Ooh.
Yeah,
Yo, he wore the mask too. What?
He is
That was
way
cool.
more big when like you see him like
Way more bigger.
He's what,
way more bigger.
way more big, right? That would work too.
He's
No, it is way more big. I just
She's making fun of me.
Oh, do you say bigger? A lot.
No, I don't.
he
I
yells
just-
at me for improper grammar. So I
Oh,
just,
just getting at him, getting a
doing
little
this.
stab in there,
Yeah.
a little social stab in public. You just like whisper in his ear. You're like, way more big.
She always makes fun of the way like when I stumble over my words. She always makes fun of it and points that out.
I say milk.
I get milk.
Yeah, I mean,
Milk.
okay.
Milk.
That's what I say. I say milk. I say milkshake, but I say milk.
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 Yeah, so there's this skit online by Jillian Smith, and it's called Milk. I don't want to spoil it for you, but the black guy's dad is Indian, and he gets yelled at for being loud, and he says it's his white friends. That killed me when it happened. But it's just he was back in YouTube when YouTube like first took off.
Out of context, that sounds. I don't even know what's going on in that.
I watched that skit probably 100 times before I realized that Donovan he's not the main source, and his dad is Indian, and he's getting yelled at for being too loud, and then he apologizes for his white friends. It took me like 100 times to watch it. I was like, God damn, that's funny. That's too. So I always say that. I'm like, sorry, Dad, my white friends, because of that skit. But no, it's just about like the guy who he wants a glass of. He goes, can I get a beverage? Yeah. He's like, yeah, I got some water, I got some lemonade, I got some milk. He goes, milk? He goes, yeah, milk. It progresses and they get super angry and they end up having like a shoot off in the middle of the kitchen. And then we all kill each other.
Well,
that's just way too dark, man.
Wow,
it's like a minute and a half of your life. I'm doing it. We're YouTubing it right now.
Come on, I gotta pee.
Go pee. It's so. I love this skit so fucking much. I showed the wife. She goes, I don't get it. I don't like it at all. What's not to like?
I showed her the dude in the lake skit. She didn't get that at first.
The what?
Explain it.
What?
The Bailey's in a shoe thing.
Bailey's in a shoe.
Bailey's in a shoe?
What the fuck is he talking about? He's sober, right?
I think I know what he's talking about, but I don't know.
I'm gonna wait for him because
This
is one of my favorite skits of all time. It's a stupid thing too. It's 8+ years old. So remember when YouTube would just become YouTube? Mm-hmm. Can you imagine having created YouTube, a network where you can just share videos, and then Google's like, we want to buy your thing, and you're like, yeah, sure, how much you want? And then you see the check, and you're like, yeah, take it, go. Go do your thing with whatever my product was. Like, wow, who could have imagined that Google, a search engine, became as big as they did?
Yeah, I know.
Imagine if FrostWire or LimeWire got public, like, real funding. It would have been like, give your computer AIDS, it doesn't matter, we're big. That's so funny, because what was it? It was like Napster was one of the big ones and stuff. Yeah. Now Spotify's huge. They don't pay shit to the people who have their music on their site.
They don't?
No, they pay like almost nothing. Like Happy by whatever his name was.
Pharrell?
Yo, when that music video came out, I hadn't even seen it yet, and I was like, I bet you this dude's gonna be walking down the street going. I saw the music video like 2 weeks later. I was like, I should have wrote this. But yeah, no, like he had like 65 million plays or something like that, and he got like $100,000 or like $80,000 or something like that.
That's
something
it?
like 65 million people heard your song. You get like 80 grand. Here you go. I think Taylor Swift had one. It was like 500,000 views or something like that, or listens on it, and she ended up only getting like 8 grand or something like that.
Well, she barely deserves them. Let's be honest.
Wow, do you smell that jealousy? That's what that smell is.
That's not jealousy. That's recognizing.
Yeah, she's just a cookie.
She has a seething hatred for.
Oh, Jesus Christ! There you go.
Yeah, in the fridge. Hey, Josh, grab me a glass of milk. They don't have any milk, but I can get you some milk. That's what he just said. Yeah, some milk. Now you're saying you're
like
wrong.
whole milk.
It's a disease.
It's a disease.
I'm saying it the way
everyone else should say it.
Milk, M-I-L-K. Right, like 2%. No, say milkshake. Milkshake. Okay, now say milk. Milk. Are you hearing this? Yeah.
Get the man a glass of milk.
Milk? Give him the milk, Josh. Inside voices, please. Sorry, Dad. My wife. Josh! Already?
Why are you yelling at me?
Just give him the freaking milk. You're gonna say the same thing. We're all saying milk, Josh. No, you're saying milk. You're saying milk.
It's so stupid. Shut up! Shut up! I'm gonna kill myself.
He's gonna shoot himself so they both pull guns on him.
You're like a brother to me. Your hand is like a brother to me. And then we all kill ourselves.
That we pull the trigger, all of us. You're not filming something. Why not? It's so
Dark.
I don't know.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Yo, it's so good because you don't expect the cat at the end either in the oven. For no reason, there's a cat in the oven. Oh my god, that's too bad. That's so bad. Oh. It's one of my favorite skits of all time. That and the LA Turtle skit. Dad, please don't make me do this to myself. Oh my god, you guys don't know who LA Turtle is?
Is that like the I like totals?
I like totals. No, nothing like that at all. No, this guy,
If it's not like YouTubing how to change my brake pads,
I can come to your house and try to change your brake.
I know how to change them now because of YouTube. Also, I know how to change the lights, your brake lights, because of YouTube.
Yeah.
You
Did you really have to YouTube that?
Yeah, I didn't know how to do it.
Cute.
I didn't know how to. I don't do man things. Man thongs. I don't do man thongs.
Man things.
I can listen. I can put together a computer. I can program a computer. I can do all this stuff. But when it comes to like cars, I'm like,
Those are pretty manly things, though.
I'll rely on my computer to figure this out. Oh, this dude was on Vine.
Yeah, he used to be Viner. How dare you? This is so stupid. It's so funny. Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. You're not fam anymore. Yeah, you're not fam anymore.
Because your moves are weak.
Shut the fuck up. Really? Why's that? Because your moves are weak, babe. Okay? Your moves are weak.
It's so stupid.
Okay, bitch?
This is why I miss Vine.
I know.
Come on, I'm not your dad. Honey, what are you doing? Tell me once and for all, right? What do you mean? I'm not your dad. You were adopted. What? No, what? What? No. Look,
Skip for anybody who doesn't know what it is. It's by L.A. Turtle, and it's called Dying.
Mom, what are you doing? Let me handle this, okay, bitch? Yeah, fam only. I'm your mother. No, you're not. Not anymore. Me suck. You're out.
How do you-
Will you shut the fuck up with that, please? Jesus Christ. Why am I not fam anymore? I'm not your fucking dad, okay? Look at you.
'Cause your moves
I
are
look
weak.
exactly like you.
You look like a bird.
Yeah, it's a family issue, okay? It's a family issue, bitch. What the
Don't talk to your mother.
We're in the same hat. It's for anyone that doesn't. It's.
Will you stop calling her mom?
I think it's triplets, and they're all arguing with
No,
each
it's
other.
the same guy.
It's triplets.
It's the same guy.
It's triplets, and one's wearing the same baseball cap backwards.
It's got the cap on forward, the cap on backward, and no cap.
It's uncanny how alike they look. It's
hate you
it's
so
wonderful.
much. My wife? Please let me know when you get in.
I fed the dogs already.
Ooh, okay.
Let's take them out.
Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I love you. Drive safe, please.
This is so long. How is he?
Bye, guys.
It's nice seeing you. Bye. Be safe. Dance well.
Your moves are weak. I love that. Come on, Dad. Come on, the dab.
It's my adopted son, okay?
Don't fucking talk to him like that.
Just go, okay?
Going to Dan. It's got the biggest penis ever.
He's my adopted son, too. Okay? Not anymore. I'm leaving. What? You're leaving mom? She's not your fucking mom. What do you mean?
I'm not your fucking dad.
I'm leaving with Mark.
This is definitely not a Vine because it's longer than 8 seconds.
No, but he used to do vines.
Yeah.
That's how he got famous.
Okay? Dad, what the fuck? What's going on?
With the penis and Mark.
Oh, it is.
He's got the biggest penis out there.
Both of ours are bigger than yours. What the fuck am I supposed to do? You're coming with me. No, he's coming with me and Mark, okay? No, I'm not going with you, Dad. Look, penis. There's nothing wrong with like
It can't be the same person because if their penises are different size, that means that they're different people.
You're hearing the wrong thing.
What am I supposed to do? You're dying.
What?
And if only one of them is dying, that means that it's not one person.
Fermi paradox?
Unless this is one person and he's somehow time jumped.
If you ever notice, they're not in the same screenshot ever.
Oh my god, so it is in 3 different timelines. This is like 4-dimensional, dude.
Yo.
I feel like I'm high right now.
Getting a divorce? No,
So fucked up.
easier on you. We figured we've got this thing. Just make things a little.
Yeah, everybody's fucking dying.
So you dropped a bomb that I'm divorced and you guys are getting adopted? You're adopted.
We're getting divorced.
Just explaining it. We just want to lighten the load. We love you, son. Am I dying? Yes. What? You're just dying. You're just dying. What do you mean? You're just fucking dying.
Everybody dies.
You're gonna die.
You're a fucking adult.
What? You know, someday everybody dies. Are you? What? Are you dying? And you? Yes. What the fuck? Don't they teach you this shit in school? You're old. Yeah. What?
Or now. It's so stupid.
That was strange.
It was very strange.
Yeah, but then you find out that. How dare you? I think "how dare you" is one of the greatest things anybody can ever say to anybody else. How dare you?
How dare you?
Or it's when you call somebody a scumbag because nobody knows what a scumbag is. Or a jerk for that fact. Like when you used to call somebody else a jerk when you were a kid. Nobody knows what that is.
Jerk.
Yeah, it's really mean. Calling somebody a jerk.
I bet you I can Google it and find out the.
Okay, Google.
Well, I can't. I'm watching the about 11%.
Oh, jeez, you're getting there, man.
Doing pretty good.
5%. That's not too bad loss,
Oh my
especially
God,
since we
5
recognized.
You made it 2 hours.
Yeah, no,
Why the fuck did you tell her? Did you know she's a flight risk? So, getting back to you, how were you able to like deal with the public light and stuff like that when you were doing your shows and when you're doing the wrestling and stuff like that? Because obviously, for someone who's doesn't like social constructs and issues like that and big events, how do you deal with that?
Well, with wrestling, you just sort of, like, as soon as I walk out of the curtain, I don't even feel like I'm 100% present anymore. It's like watching it. I don't know.
Really?
It's weird. I don't feel like I'm wholly there.
Do you get ready and you like punch a card on the way? You're like, all right, Barry, take over. That's so cool, though.
But that's like what that feels like. And then I would just hide in the back until like people start clearing out. It's just stay away.
No shit.
And then for the shows too is basically the same thing. It helps putting on like music so you don't hear anyone else. And
You ask them to turn the lights
do
up
your
extra
own
bright for you.
thing.
I don't want to see anybody's faces.
That would be helpful.
That's super interesting, though, because it's like the public speaking thing he was talking about. But it's like
Yeah.
being in the limelight like that. Fuck you. Get away. I don't. Even with my confident, outgoing personality, I don't want any part of that. So you're better than I am. Whatever. Go with God sort of shit. I don't know. But goddamn. And then obviously now you're streaming too. Mm-hmm. So where'd you pick your name from?
Well, because I wanted to start like a blog.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
That's
like
you're a blogger, okay?
Yeah, to be like a junk drawer. So like miscellaneous or like miscellany.
What?
Like different words for that.
That's so brilliant.
Yeah, so that's where my name came from.
Okay, and then you've been blogging for how long?
Like a couple weeks.
Oh, okay.
She's been writing for a while, but now she wants to like
Yeah.
actually put it out there.
So what do you mean, like in your diary and stuff like that, writing for a while?
No.
No.
Like I guess idea content for the blog.
Okay. So like, what's your blog about? Obviously, I can find it right now and find out. So you better tell me everything.
Yeah. Well, I do like I don't even know really how to say it. Like introvertedness,
Perspectives.
like different experiences, or like one of the ones I posted not long ago was like tips if you're anxious or nervous about going to the gym. Because I used to just work out in a basement all the time. I didn't want to go to the gym because I didn't want to be around other people. I didn't want them to see me working out.
Yeah.
And, like stuff like that, and then like movie, not reviews, but sort of suggestion. Like I did Who Framed Roger Rabbit,
That's such a good
like
one.
a little thing on that.
Everybody sleeps on that movie.
Yeah.
Everybody sleeps on that movie.
She's a big movie file.
Movie
Yeah.
file.
That's the
Michael
word.
Bolton's a major cinephile.
Cinephile. That's the one. That's the one.
Shoot.
Cinephile.
I love movies. I don't love them in the same way you probably do. I love them in the way where I'll pull the best line from that movie, and then that's me. I just add it to my repertoire of shitty fucking movies. Just bad. Like I reference movies that I know nobody has ever seen, and then I get mad that they've never seen it. Like Mallrats. Mallrats is one of my favorite movies ever, and I reference it all the fucking time. No one catches it.
What's Mallrats?
Mallrats was one of Kevin Smith's original productions back in the 90s.
I was gonna say I've never seen it, but he always asks me if I've ever.
It's such a good movie.
I love Mallrats.
It's that's one of those movies that proves the point that Kevin Smith is a very good writer, and his movies are all based on writing, like Clerks.
Yeah.
Clerks, when you look at Clerks from a film perspective, somebody filmed it with a potato in a fucking convenience store in a parking lot. That's the movie. That's what they did. But he's so good with words and then making it relatable. So it's not like this epic adventure thing where the superhero comes in and he says the greatest fucking thing you can say at the time and then extrapolate that to the whole thing. It's commonality, and it's the paradigm for those is what is real. Mm-hmm. And it's like it makes perfect sense for you. So like he wrote a movie, Red State. If you haven't seen Red State,
I loved Red State.
Whoa!
Red State was amazing.
Woo! He did good shit on that. But you see where he came from.
It's vastly different. Like Kevin Smith, your
Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back, Mallrats, Dogma,
stuff. And then Red
Chasing
State was
Amy.
like a almost a horror movie.
It was a right-wingy thriller.
Yeah.
It was very good.
It was like really.
in the South. And like when you find out Kevin Smith wrote it, you're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
It's like Bobcat Goldthwait. When you find out movies that he's done too.
My sister is best friends with Bobcat. Just want to throw that out there.
When has name dropping ever gotten anybody anywhere?
Listen, I feel cool because I don't really do anything with my life.
Yeah.
And so when my sister's like, yeah, I was texting Bobcat, I'm like, oh, man, finally, I have something in my life.
I love that his name is Bobcat, though. That's the greatest shit ever. I used to work with a woman whose name was Dragon.
Dragon?
She got it legally changed because she fucked around on like some sort of document. She wrote Dragon in her last name, and they're like, "Oh, you need to fix this document."
And then I have to
Or change your real name. And she's like, "Okay." So like, in order to do that, you have to do like a psych eval, and then you have to have references that say that you're not crazy. Mm-hmm. Her name is now Dragon.
Well, good on her.
Cool.
She's a 40-something-year-old broad named Dragon.
It's not as cool as Princess Consuela Banana Hammock.
Banana hammock.
Princess Consuela Banana.
It's a Friends
Hammock.
reference that I know.
Your
I was
wife
just gonna
would've got
say.
it.
Yeah, she would have got that real quick. I was thinking of that movie with Matthew McConaughey and that girl with the small boy's body.
So every movie
Princess
Matthew
Sophia.
McConaughey is on?
She names his penis Princess Sophia.
I don't watch many Matthew McConaughey.
I don't either. I
know
just
it,
remember
and
it
I don't
passing
wanna
by.
say it because my mom watched it all the time. That's the only reason why I know it.
Yeah, but that's one of those lines that I got as a passing by, like, joke about a penis. Gone.
What movie is it?
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Oh,
Yeah, who's the broad?
It's Goldie
Kate
Hawn's
Hudson?
daughter. Yeah.
There we go. Look at that.
Casey.
Digging the old brain real
Casey
quick.
Hahn.
Yeah.
My wife, I put on The Mummy. So this is how strange she is. There's only certain shows she can fall asleep to. Big Bang Theory, The Office, and Modern Family. So we have most of those on DVD. We have them on DVD all the way up to the current.
Yeah.
So we'll cycle whatever's on. I put on The Mummy the one night. The first Mummy. The good Mummy.
Yeah, with Brendan Fraser.
The one I've seen almost 200 times. That I can talk back and forth through. And she gets really annoyed sitting there watching it with me because I'm just saying the lines under my breath real quick. So she's like, we're not going to fucking watch this for you. Say the lines all the time. It's like, I guess we're not watching Die Hard. I guess we're not watching Pirates 1. I guess we're not watching the second one of these. I was like, a whole list of movies we can't watch together because I'm going to sit there and I'm like, I know the line. But yeah, I put it on. I got in the bedroom first. What does she do? She walks over to the DVD player. She goes, we are not watching this. Takes it out. In broad daylight. She
What a
takes out
jerk.
my DVD. She puts in Big Bang Theory. So rude. I was committed. I was like 5 minutes in. Emotep had just fucking died. Like, I was committed. The city of the living, crown jewel of Pharaoh Seti the First. Later, the Emotep, the Pharaoh's high priest.
She used to fall asleep to movies. I can't do it. There's just too much going on for me to fall asleep.
When she,
But it's the same movie over and over.
Yeah.
Like, I would watch Hook for like weeks going to bed and then
So
switch to
good.
Napoleon Dynamite weeks. Like,
I did
every night.
She went traveling and I did Die Hard 1 for a week.
That's way too much energy to fall asleep to. You kidding me?
No, it's not.
I get pumped up.
No, because I would remember where I fell asleep the night before and I would play it again. And then if I woke up during the middle of the night with Stan, I would just play again. Fuck you. Just sneeze.
Bless you.
Oh, I hate you.
Oh, that's how you get them too when you say bless you already and it didn't happen. So now it's
right
there.
It's right there.
It's tickling the, what are the hairs in your nose?
Nasal hairs.
Cochlears? No,
Heralds.
that's your ears. Your cochlear
Nasal
glands.
hairs.
Someone's going to say it. No one's going to say
It's
it.
Zeus's beard.
Zeus's
Hell's
beard.
blade.
Hell's blade.
Or Hell's real. They're Hell's real hairs.
Yeah, what's the nose
Oh,
hairs?
nose hairs.
So funny.
Nose hairs. Follicles.
That's
Nose
so
follicles.
funny. So when you guys met, obviously using Match.com, when you meet someone and you want to cancel, or is it like you sub for the year? Because I can't imagine, let's say you jump on a week later, you found somebody and you're committed for a year. And you're like, but I already found someone.
Oh, actually, it's a funny story. I had originally
Closer.
had a Match.com.
Closer.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you,
I had
sweetheart.
originally had a Match.com, and there was nobody on there. So I'm like, oh, this is fucking stupid. I hate this. So
It's only
I
people with
canceled.
penises on here.
I think it's like monthly you pay for it. But I canceled my account, and then randomly I saw her. She liked one of my pictures or something, and I'm like, oh, well, who is this? And that's when I saw the picture, and I'm like, all right, I have to talk to this woman. I have to. So I bought a month so that I could send her a message.
He sent you a message.
Yeah.
Was it like an eggplant?
No, it was a quality,
No, I'm
well
kidding.
thought out message. It was like, I like your picture.
Do you wrestle? Is that what it is?
He sent me a message, and then another one came in. I don't know how long after that. saying, like, apologizing for the first one because he was.
I got so excited about the picture. I'm like, whoa, wrestling. So then I'm like, oh wait, hold on. I'm sorry about that. I got super excited.
She probably read it. She's like, I don't fucking watch wrestling. Like, I don't know who these people are.
Oh no, she knows wrestling.
Yeah.
She knows wrestling.
Netflix does this awesome thing in December, or beginning of January, where they recap the whole year before. So I don't have to watch wrestling all year round. I can just take it's like 3 or 4 episodes that are like 90 to 120 minutes long. You just binge them real fast, and then you know exactly the story that happened the year before.
Yeah.
So easy. I love it. Go
On
Netflix.
Netflix?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know why you haven't noticed that.
I don't know.
Knowing is, what is it?
Half the battle.
No, not that
half the
one.
battle.
Not G.I. Joe.
Knowing
the other
is
one.
half the battle.
What was the PSA one?
Oh, the more you know.
The more you know.
The more you know.
Was that like an NBC thing?
PBS
more you
maybe?
know.
No, NBC.
Does PBS still exist?
Yeah.
I can't imagine the funding for that is very good. WXXI.
No, they do public funding every single year. Anytime you hop on like
Yeah.
NPR and stuff, they're always doing that. They do that with PBS.
They probably
as well.
hire someone to go around and pick up cans, and that's how they do their funding.
No, it's legitimate people.
I'm giving you fucking gold here, dude.
People purchase-
Laugh. She's
they
laughing.
purchase-
She knows jokes.
They purchase Patreons.
This is why you can't do stand-up.
I can do stand up. I just choose not to.
I'm very excited about your sister knowing Bobcat now, too, and being a comedian. He says that she is so funny.
His sister?
Yeah, she's very funny.
She's apparently way more interesting than he is, too.
No, my God, 100%.
She-
My sister is. Yeah, what?
Oh, I was going to say she's a character.
Yeah.
She's,
she's
a little ball of
Oh,
personality.
She's out there.
It's not a bad way to be.
But the first day, like the first time I went to go see her, like I'm like, listen, please just don't do the thing that all the female comedians do and talk about your period. So the first thing she does is go on stage. My brother told me that I can't talk about my period. God damn it.
Oh, that's so
She's pointing me out in the crowd and everything.
She goes, I'm piping the fire up if you want to get in. Get burnt.
She's been hounding me for a long time. She wants me to try stand up.
I got a book upstairs if you want to read it. It's all the funny liners and stuff like that. And I used to write the skits. I never did them, but I got,
I have
a
stuff,
whole list of them there.
I have stuff written out. It's just I don't want to do it. I've come to terms that I was made for improv. I'm made for just randomly saying things and then fading back into the scene. And
Into the ether.
Into the ether. I don't want to get on stage by myself.
So what's the difference between stand-up and improv?
Improv is, all right, so stand-up would be like, Buress or like Mitch Hedberg.
Mm-hmm.
Improv is whose line is it anyway?
Huh.
You're given like lines or ideas.
Those are both really different.
Yeah.
Those are both very fun, though.
Yeah. So it's all like, we'll have a situation like a game show.
Yeah.
And then each contestant, you take like a suggestion from the audience. Like, oh, he's a fucking proctologist.
Yeah.
He inspects socks. And then that's what you go on. You have to make the skit right on the spot and make it funny or make it not funny.
So you feel more comfortable not rehearsing?
Yes.
Why? I feel like that'd be way harder.
That's just how I've always been. I've never really been a person to rehearse for things.
You're not a planner.
I just do.
What would you feel more comfortable doing?
Stand up,
Yeah.
plan, know exactly what I'm going to say.
And then you time it
Exactly
out.
what I'm going to do.
In exactly 15 seconds, there's going to be a big laugh. And then 3 seconds later, a long pause. Yeah, she got it.
Yep.
She tries that joke every time.
Yeah! Parks and Rec again.
I know my Parks and Rec.
That's
Yeah,
such an
I just-
underrated show.
That's why we make a good parent.
I still love the John Ralphio thing, man. We totally blew right by that. He's the best.
Well, it's because she hates him.
He's so good.
Oh, he's amazing. Oh,
I love when he applies for the job at the accounting office. And he like sexually harasses the girl, and the guy's like, "You're fired." He goes, "That's the exit, right?" And he just walks straight out. He'd only been hired for like 5 minutes, and he's getting the tour.
I know it would be terrible, but sometimes I wish that there was just a spin-off, and it's just John Ralphio.
I think
But
it would
then
be hilarious.
It would be partially, but I think they would over-abuse it too much, and then you would get too much John Ralphio. What makes it perfect is there's just enough John Ralphio to make you love him.
Well, we got what? How many seasons before we saw him? 4?
Yeah, like 4.
Or we might have seen him in like season 2, and then we didn't see him again till season 4.
Yeah.
Like that's a little bit of a long stretch. I need more John Ralphio.
Well, but then you get John Ralphio, and then you get a lot of John Ralphio.
Yeah, and then you get Mona Lisa.
Fucking Mona Lisa.
Money, please.
So much.
Dad, by the way, somebody hacked into the cable box, and if there's like $300 worth of charges for pornography, that wasn't me. Love you. I love that he sings everything too. That's my favorite part. The worst. Just because he can do it too, and he's like, I got off on a technicality.
I'll joke around and I'll do it, and then I've seen other people do it, and no one gets it right. Like
I
it's
love
perfect
it.
for
It's
him.
so good.
For him.
I do it too. I started doing it, and it's funny because I always forget to do it, and then I'll say something like, God, that would have been so funny to say.
Would have been perfect. The perfect opportunity.
But I always get the dog shit ones. Like I get the ones like it's 1 out of 10 that I notice that I can do it, and I do it, and I'm like, fuck, this wasn't even a good one to do it. My repertoire's so empty right now with good liners. So bad. So other than like, what kind of movies are you into then? Because obviously you're a cinephile. Go on. Tell me about your cinephiliac.
All kinds of movies.
Do you like it when they're dead and they don't move?
Dead?
I merged cinephile and necrophiliac.
Oh, necrophiliac.
Oh.
I said cinephiliac. That was fucking funny. Wow. I'm so mad at that right now.
I didn't know how to respond to it.
Yo, he split that off. He's like, oh, like necrophiliac. And she's just
I
like,
know, I think I was still processing it in my mind as you continued explaining it.
that's not the first time and it won't be the last time. Oh, Jesus.
That you dropped necrophile?
I got my, so we were going to go check out the necrophile, cinephiliac. So we were getting ready to go to get the car, and we're on the way there, and I was like, all right, we're going to leave soon, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, I don't have to leave just yet. I was like, why? She goes, we're leaving your car there. She goes, I'm driving my own. I was like, what? And like, I walked away, and she just looked, she goes, no! Because what she thought was when we were going, I was going to leave my car. We were going to bring hers home. We were going to go back and pick up my new car. She hadn't at all thought, like, hey, we're dropping the car. I'm grabbing the car, take it home. So I'm in the bathroom. I'm brushing my teeth. And I just stop. And I start bursting out laughing. She goes, oh, what's so funny in there? And I was like, do we need to bring your car? She goes, oh, you're such a dick. I proceeded to laugh the whole time. I brushed my teeth and come out. And it's just like, for me, laughter's stupid. So like that moment right there where you're processing it, I'll get a chuckle. So like if somebody had said cinephiliac, I would have been like, oh, that's really funny. That's like necrophiliac and and cinephile. I was like, oh, that's really funny. And then like 5 seconds later, I'll get a bigger chuckle because I'll be like, oh, that's really funny. That's really funny. And then maybe like another 5 seconds later, I'm just gasping for air, dying.
Those are the best ones because you
That's
don't
me
realize it at
all
first.
the time. Every joke. Except for the ones where I go, like the really low, repetitive one. But that happens more often than not. People just think you're crazy. Like, what the fuck are you laughing at? It's been 30 seconds. You're like, yo, dude, 30 seconds ago, you had to be here. Geography joke.
There was actually a moment earlier this week where I was at my apprentice classes, and I'm walking with one of the teachers, and we needed like a weight scale to figure out like what ounces to pounds was. And
Oh
so
my
I'm
God,
like,
you're so cute. It's 16-1.
listen, all right, but we needed. It was all right.
2.2 kilos.
It was all right.
That's the one you should know.
Listen.
Wait, stoke the fire.
So
Stoke the fire.
an entire bag of mortar mix was 44 pounds to 6 ounces, but we were only using like a little bit of the mortar mix, so
Yeah.
we needed to know exactly how many. So
Yeah.
we needed like a weight scale, and my teacher's like,
What other kind of scale is there?
I don't know, like a liquid scale, a dragon scale, a meteorite scale.
Dragon scale!
So we needed a scale, and the teacher looks over and he goes, "Why don't we just ask one of the guys? I'm sure they have a scale in their car."
Yeah.
And it took me like 5 minutes to realize he was saying that they were all drugged. And I'm like sitting there, I'm laying block, and I'm like, "Oh, I got it."
Yo.
He's just like,
Yo, it's so. Those are the best jokes, man. You wrap it off. You just rattle it off. Boom. Let it go.
don't even realize.
Sometimes you just like to throw a grenade and walk away real fast.
Exactly.
It's so good. That's me all the time. But it's worse. So one of my really good friends, he has this
I can hear you laughing.
he has this nickname that he gives me because I'll make jokes that are above everybody else, and I'm like waiting for them to
for
laugh.
somebody to
I'm
get
waiting
it.
so long. Like, it's 30 days. What's the vampire film with Josh Hartnett where it's in Alaska?
30 Days a Night.
Yeah, that. It's that, and I'm waiting. I'm like, where's the 30-day period? I need some sunlight. So I'll make the jokes, and I'm like,
It's the dad jokes.
yeah, no, better than that because these are smart jokes.
Dad jokes.
Dad jokes are smart, but but like it's between that and then it's between like I don't want to say showing somebody up, but correcting their error in what they just said. So like if somebody had said, necrophiliac versus necrophile.
What kind of scale? What scale is there? What scale is there, huh?
That right there. There's a military word that he used to call me, and he can't remember what it is, but it's something you say to somebody who's too smart for their own good, but stupid at the same time. And he always says it to me, and I can't remember what it is. No, it's a military term.
Oh, I think we've gone over this, and I said high speed before, and I was wrong that time as well.
You might have been wrong as well.
I don't know what the fucking term it is. I know high speed and Blue Falcon.
Blue Falcon.
It's buddy fucker.
Blue 42. Hut. Hike. Omaha.
That's football.
Shooting
tight
hoops.
ends. Tight ends and
Squibbity-doo.
touchdowns.
Field goals and
Go
goalies.
Panthers.
Go Panthers.
Saints is my team. They're a wild card.
No, they won the Super Bowl a couple years ago.
Well, they were a wild card this year.
Yeah, they were, weren't they?
And I think it was.
They were really good this year. Kamara and that other cat are fucking savages.
Yeah, he was great.
I'm not going to talk for sports with you. I'm going to wait till the end of the next month when my sports guys come on. I don't want to waste your time.
I don't know sports at all.
DDT.
Designated
Technical titty. I don't know.
Dancer.
Technical trainer.
I don't know.
I don't even know what that stood for, but that's awesome. It's on my bucket list to hit somebody with an RKO before I die.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be on
Try it out.
asphalt or something. I just got to do it.
What's an RKO?
Randy Orton.
Orton's move.
Oh.
That's where he runs up behind him and he goes,
Oh,
boom!
yeah. Because there's like compilations of that
People
stuff.
probably die from that.
That's fine.
There's probably like horror stories from like the middle, like Eastern Europe and like Russia and something where some kid's like, hey man, it's the RKO. And then like they just leave his fucking body there with his neck broken shit. He's like, I don't know what happened. We're not trained professionals. Bobby's just dead. Why is his neck broken? I have no clue. You guys watch a lot of that pro wrestling. You did pro
That's
wrestling.
why they put the warning on.
They have to. No, I
do the
bet you
thing.
some asshole probably did it off of a fucking roof at some point.
Probably.
He probably did like, what's the one where like they smack him in the gut and they drop down and then they put their head between their legs and they flip them up and they drop them.
Powerbomb?
Powerbomb, yeah. Bet you somebody did that off a roof. That's what I'm saying. Imagine the scariness there. Powerbomb. Trampoline.
Scary,
Oh, I
just
missed the
on-
trampoline.
That's why I don't do things like that. I stayed inside and played video games.
Do you guys watch the Bills Mafia shit on Facebook that surfaces every
No.
once in a while? They're crazy.
Yeah.
There was a video where two people jumped off of the same, it was opposite sides, and they were jumping onto a table to take it out. The guy jumped off a second before the girl, like a full, like you could tell. You're like, oh shit! Like he jumped off, and he missed most of the table. Yet he took the fucking thing out. So he pretty much hit the ground and he just disassembled the table. And she, because of where she landed, she went right past where the table was and landed just on the ground from on top of an RV.
Well, there was also the other video of the guy who tried to slide down the railing, falls over the railing, and then
Is
it's
that
like
the one with when they're in the mall and they're going down the escalator and he's hanging out like this?
No,
and then
no,
he
this
just
was at
flips
a-
over the side.
it's at a Bills game. It was at a Bills game. And
Oh,
he
shit.
fell over the railing like 2 stories on top of a woman and like shattered her spine or something.
She's dead.
No, she wasn't dead.
She's your future client,
Client?
old person.
Old person who's
Oh,
disabled.
yeah.
She goes, oh. She goes, not again. Wipe yourself, please. You should take her to rehab and teach her how to do that stuff. Be like, these are life skills. You're not
Yeah.
going to need them for very long, but they're life skills. There's so many of those skits where people like fall down and shit. Like there's the one where I think it's like in an airport and the guy, he jumps on the in between the 2 escalator sides and it's smooth and you see him jump on and slide and
And then he hits that thing and then
spins and he smashes into the fucking guy.
Yeah.
Oh god, it's so good.
I can't watch those videos.
I laughed so hard.
They hurt me so much because people are so dumb. Like I could have been that person going up the stairs, like not paying attention,
Yeah.
like on my phone, and then my day's just ruined.
Have you ever seen that video of the guy who's wearing the mask, like the nun mask? And like the guy it's a Halloween skit. It's one of the funniest fucking things you'll ever see in your life. And it's the mask from
It's a high.
the Heist movie with like Ben Affleck or something like that. Came out like 5 or 10 years ago. But they all drive by in the car, the
Oh, the
commercial.
Martin Scorsese one.
I don't fucking know.
I think it was a Martin Scorsese
Probably.
flick.
But it's the guy. This kid has the mask on, and the guy has like a scary hand or something like that, and he's like rubbing the face of the old person mask, and the kid's like this, and then you see him open his mouth real quick, and the kid shoves the hand down his throat, like this much hand disappears down the kid's throat. Laugh too hard at
It's
it.
like a baseball bat.
Way too hard at, like a face fuck with the baseball bat. And then like a little while ago I discovered one where it's this guy, he's driving and he's got his camera up and he's like this and his girlfriend's eating a Frosty or what's the ones from McDonald's?
McFlurry.
McFlurry, yeah. And she's eating it, and he goes, "Watch this." And and he stops, and he goes, and she doesn't get mad. She goes, "Daryl!" Like, it happens a lot, apparently. But the sound
Just not
effect
drive with him ever.
somebody slowed it down. So you hear him go, "Watch this." And then you see him move and shift, and it goes, and you hear her go, I laughed so hard. I was like, I would have been so much more mad than that. I would have been like next level mad.
I would have murdered someone.
I would have been like, here, it's your turn. Take the fucking frosty stick,
Yeah.
you bitch. Slam the brakes! Slam the brakes!
Well, to be quite honest, I wouldn't have done anything. I would have just fumed inside of my head for a long time and not said anything.
This would have been you.
Uh-oh. What the hell? Did that fall? Where'd that fall from?
It would have probably been right there.
Did we touch that?
No, it probably, because I'm jerking a lot. So, like, you can see that everything's, like, bouncing everywhere.
I mean, this is a pretty good foundation.
Yeah.
You've got to have some power to be moving this.
Dog. Come at me.
I don't plan
I don't
on
even
it.
know it fell.
Oh, it's like a knife.
It's like a knife.
This thing.
K-N-A-I-T. Oh, it's a knife. Yeah, because so the way that I had it set up, you can just throw it on the floor. It's called a toothpick, actually.
It's not a toothpick.
I had it set up like the other one. You see how it's hanging?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm assuming just a little bit of movement over time, just slides it off. There's a lot of knives back there.
There's a lot of knives.
That's not a knife. This
a
is a knife.
Giant sword. Oh, Crocodile Dundee reference. They're remaking that.
Are they?
Yeah, Danny McBride is going to be Crocodile
No, I
Dundee.
thought they were joking about that.
Oh, is it a
It was a
joke?
commercial for the Super Bowl.
Oh,
What
okay. I saw it.
too.
All right.
Thought it was a commercial.
Oof. I saw it on YouTube, and I'm like, oh, no, stop.
I referenced. Did you guys watch the Super Bowl?
No.
Well, the guy Hopper from Stranger Things, he was in like the Tide commercial.
Yeah.
I referenced that the other day at the gym to some kid who was wearing a Tide shirt. I was like, "Oh man, is this a Tide commercial?" And he like walks by and he goes, "Oh yeah, man, get shit out of blah." And he like says like some line like I could tell I caught him off guard.
Yeah.
And then later on, I'm walking out with him. I was like, "Oh shit, is this a Tide commercial?" And he looks at me and I was like, "The guy from Stranger Things, Hopper, Super Bowl, is everything a Tide commercial?" And he's like, "Oh, like the Old Spice guy, blah, blah." I said, yeah, that was one of the references.
Precisely.
I was like, yeah, exactly. Is this because you're wearing the Tide shirt? And he goes, "Oh, yeah, is this a Tide commercial?" Like, dog, you didn't put that shirt on at all and just be like, "This is a Tide commercial." That would have been my first thought. I would have laughed at myself the whole day.
He just had a Tide shirt, and he was really excited about wearing it.
Who has a Tide shirt?
That kid does.
Who has a Tide shirt? That's like having like, what's the other ones? Like the fucking blue bottle with the yellow lid. You have an all shirt. People are like, "Oh, that's
All?
really fun."
Oh,
I didn't know you
yes.
could get their merchandise before. That's probably from like one of those packs you buy at the store where they're like, "Free T-shirt giveaway," and they like have it in the plastic strand like connected to it. You're like, "Oh, I want the free T-shirt. I'm gonna buy all this time. I need a new T-shirt."
Probably just saw it at Target and went, "Oh, well, you know what? This is kind of topical. I like this. I'm gonna act like I'm gonna act like I don't know it." So people are like, "Oh, he actually just has a Tide shirt on his own."
Do you wash that Tide
thinking
shirt
way
with
ahead.
Tide? Is it heresy if you use another brand? And that's probably the conversation that goes on in most people's heads too. You gotta wonder. I always wonder what it's like in somebody else's head.
I don't.
Constantly.
I know.
People are always like, "What are you thinking?" I'm like, "You don't want to fucking know. Just trust me. Just keep walking. You don't want to be up here." There's like yellow tape everywhere.
Most of mine is just like what I would do if I could teleport everywhere, or stupid things. That's it.
What are yours?
That's it.
What's yours? What do you always think? Like, what's in your brain? If I jumped in your brain right now.
I don't know.
Exactly. There it is. But you got to wonder, too. Like, you see some creepy guy walking down the road or something like that. You're like, what's that guy's life like real fast? Let me just get in his brain real quick. See
He's
what.
probably singing Hall & Oates to himself.
That's what I say. And he's probably, "I'm walking on sunshine." Whoa. Hey, where is he? I don't know. But wherever he said he was going to be walking on the sunny side of the street or some shit. I don't know. It's such a good reference. Nobody gets that one either.
Wait, is that a movie that we didn't see?
No, it's Modern Family.
Oh, I've seen only like
Jay
two of
asked
those.
about Manny where he is, and Gloria's like, "I don't know, but he said he was on the sunny side of the street."
I thought you were just making that on your own.
No, see, that's what gets so funny. So I say so many funny things on my own that when I reference somebody else's funny shit, they think that the
It's
shit that I say,
yours.
they think the shit that I say is scripted once they know me. They think it's from something else. Versus the other way, where it's the funniest stuff that I say is what I'm thinking, and then I reference everything else. So it's like a somebody's driveway that you pull into where only the end near the street's paved and the rest of it's all gravel. That's the paved part. That's everybody. That's the real world references. The gravel part, that's me. That's the best part. Yeah, you don't got to shovel that shit. Fuck that. You can't shovel gravel.
I mean, you can. You just you got to leave a layer of ice.
Yeah.
Wait, are we talking shoveling snow, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what you would shovel off
I don't know.
gravel.
Like maybe it was just like really, really like thick gravel, and you got to shave it down a little bit so it's on level with.
You get your gravel guy who comes every year and regravels your
Yeah,
your driveway.
regravels it, yeah.
And then you're like, oh, it's just a little too high this year. It's gonna level this shit up.
You know, Billy, you're late. You know, like, I'm not gonna pay you.
Dude, what I said right when the snow melts, I need more gravel.
Well, I needed it before this. You know, it's New York, and the snow's gonna melt 2 weeks earlier than last year. So you should have been here 2 weeks earlier. So I'm not gonna pay you.
That's what I told the wife. I said next to the house, because of the way that it, the driveway's positioned. I don't know if you guys noticed, but it's actually more narrow near the road, and then it fans out. I was like, why don't we just clear the rest of this fucking grass here after I take these stumps out when the weather gets nice? Just gravel the whole fucking thing.
It's like you have such a strange driveway setup.
It's so
It's like two driveways are merging into one.
Yeah, that's a Siamese driveway. That's what they call it.
I feel like you're making that up.
I know, now I don't believe anything.
So I used to work a job, and my boss came up to me the one day. He goes, dude, when you talk to customers, he goes, I have no idea if you're being honest, if you're lying to them, or you're being like, whatever. He goes, you just say everything with such confidence. I go, that's half the battle right there. I go, I can tell you shit all day. I was like, it's just all about the confidence. I was like, if I say it like I mean it, you're going to believe it. I was like, I'll tell you what. Next time you think that I'm being dishonest or I'm being persuasive or I'm using a ton of euphemisms to try and stretch the truth or something like that, I was like, you let me know and I will be 100% honest with you whether or not I did that. He never approached me once because he could never figure it out.
Because he didn't believe that you were telling the truth right there. He thought you were bullshit.
I didn't thought of that. It's not called the Siamese driveway.
No fucking way. There's no fucking way. He's going to be truthful with me. He's going to lie. He's going to pull something out of his ass.
That's why, like, people get annoyed when you go, not gonna lie to you, man. And I'm like, I had a boss who's like, why would you lie to me? And my first thought was, I don't know. I can think of a number of reasons right now why I would lie to you.
Because you're my boss.
But like, so he had said that, and I hadn't thought about that before. I was like, wow, that's really fucked up. And I think it's because like there's the preface in society where like when you say something to someone, you might be, it's the white lie category where it's not a bad thing to lie, but it's not a good thing to tell the truth. Where it's like, oh, can you come out tonight? You know, hey, we're doing this, and you're like, you know, I just got all this shit, like I got this, and then you just sit on the fucking couch.
Yeah.
I don't want to fucking go, and I don't want to break your feelings, hurt them. I'm just gonna sit on the couch. I'm gonna tell you some shit. Like that's a white lie. So when you're like, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Like you're setting them up for a truth bomb. going overhead. All right, man, not gonna lie to you.
I would love to hang out, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I have cancer.
Yo, that fucking Vine cry. I cry.
It's my favorite.
I cried so much. You've
He's
obviously
very,
seen it.
very proud of it.
I'm very proud of it too, and I didn't even make it. I was like, how the fuck do you think of that?
I don't even know. I don't even know. It just happened. That's all right. You know how I told you like I think of teleporting and stupid things. That's a stupid thing that I came up with.
There might have been one song that would have been better with.
I don't
Making
think so.
my way downtown.
No. Listen, that is pure in itself, and I can't corrupt that with anything else.
Funny,
Hall &
though.
Oates I can corrupt. With
Yo,
anything.
it was just too good. I have cancer. I was like, oh shit.
Because you don't expect that.
Because imagine, I just imagined like a good time. You guys are on like a road trip or something, and you're just singing along. I have cancer, and then she's like, wait, what? Like it's fucking mad.
Can you imagine how awkward that 2-hour drive is?
We just left the house.
Yeah, well, I'm dying.
This wedding is horse shit. I knew Johnny Hopkins, him and Sloan Ketter.
Ketterling. Sloan Kettering.
Who?
It's Sloan Kettering.
I think it's just Sloan Ketter.
It's Kettering.
I think it's just Sloan Ketter.
It's kettling.
Why?
It's kettling.
Catalina fucking wine mixer?
No. Kettering.
Is that a reference to something?
No, it's Sloan Kettering.
I swear to God, it's Sloan Ketter.
No, it's Ketterling.
Then again, I'm really fucking deaf. So the fact that I heard words at all is just a blessing upon me.
I love you.
There's a scale there, man. It's like,
It's not a scale.
boom.
It's a weight scale.
Find the scale. No, full circle, damn it. I get so frustrated because every time that happens, I have like a Groundhog Day thing. I'm like, fuck. Do you guys get a lot of deja vu? Do you guys believe in deja vu or anything like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you get it often?
Not often.
Do you remember the moments when it happens where you're like, damn? Does it frustrate you to try and explain it?
I always forget. Like, I know it happens, but then, like, a few weeks or months go by, and I'm like, I don't remember that ever happening. So I can't even pinpoint a particular time.
I'm so close-knit to deja vu that I recognize when it's about to happen, and I still fucking try to avoid it. Like, I've recognized, like, there was a moment at the gym a couple weeks ago when we were talking about streaming that day. Like, as soon as I'm walking over to you, I was like, fuck, I'm about to have some deja vu. Like, I fucking recognized it. I recognized the situation. I recognized where I was. I recognized what I was doing. And I was like, don't have it, man. Just walk around the calf press real fast. And I just kept walking. I was like, fuck. And I got to you, and I was like, God damn, deja vu. Fuck! Like, I got frustrated.
It's simply because there's a glitch in the Matrix, my man.
That's what it is. You're not close enough to the mic, so I can't really hear you.
It's a glitch in the Matrix, my man.
Thanks, sweetheart. But I get it all too. It's like dreams. Do you remember your dreams?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like remember them for more than like a couple hours afterwards?
No, the more time goes by, the more I forget.
Yeah.
I must just be
Some
a
dreams I
fucking
can
weirdo.
remember like from years ago though.
You could also just, like, you probably have better sleep quality. I know, like, on days that I feel super refreshed, I can remember my dreams a lot more vividly.
When I take my melatonin, I have dreams. Lots of dreams.
See, I've tried taking melatonin. It doesn't really help at all. I still have garbage sleep quality. But it's probably because the dogs are just rummaging around in the bed the entire time.
I'm not saying I have good sleep quality. I'm saying I have good dreams. I have lots of dreams. There's a difference.
I don't even remember my dreams some of the times.
What's your oldest dream that you remember? Go.
Oh my God, I don't even know. Especially now that I'm put on the spot, I'm never gonna remember this. What was this? What was the dream I had the other night? I can't remember it. It was a horror dream. Oh,
it was horror dream, not a horror dream. We already talked about publications.
It was a horror dream
and something with production quality.
in the dream, I remember like looking down at my foot and like I had like these holes in my like toes, and then something was living inside of it.
I'm good with that. Fuck
and I
you.
couldn't get it out. Like I kept trying to pull it out, and it wouldn't come out.
Oh, because he really thought he had a worm in his toe once. So I feel like it was already
so gross.
in your mind.
You're a gross
somewhere.
person. So gross. You nasty person.
It was terrifying though.
Did you ever see King Kong?
No.
The one with Jack Black?
No.
There's a sequence where they fall into the ravine and there's a bunch of like giant leeches and spiders and bugs and shit like that. And every time I watch that sequence, I fucking have nightmares about it. And we watched it before bed. And I have this habit where like I'll wake up and I'll think that I'm seeing something like bugs, spiders, whatever it is. And I'll fucking get out of the bed and I'll freak out in the middle of the night. And I told Carly, I was like, there was goddamn snakes in the bed last night. Like, blah, blah, blah. I was like, and she's like, and you left me? I was like,
oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, okay, next time, I promise I will tell you and I will bring you with me, okay? She goes, what if there really was? I was like, okay, I'll fucking wake you. So a couple of days later, we're watching King Kong or something like that, and that scene comes on with the fucking leeches, and the one like got the guy's head, got the guy's arm, and I'm laying in bed. I'm like, fuck, I am gonna have dreams about this tonight. I am not happy right now. And a couple hours later, I wake up. I have a blanket wrapped around my arm. I have some other things going on, and I see leeches eating my arms and other shit. And I lean over, and I'm like, babe, you gotta wake up. Babe, there's leeches in the bed. Babe. And I'm like pushing her, and I'm like talking to her. I'm like, you need to wake up. You need to fucking wake up right now. Like I'm getting frustrated, and it hit the point where I was like, I'm going to die because of her. I said I wouldn't leave her. I'm not going to fucking leave her. I need to wake her. And I just sat there and I was like, I'm about to die. I'm dying. I'm so mad at you. I died because of you. And I just sat there and I pouted as I watched the leeches eat me, and I fell asleep. And in the morning I came out and I was fucking mad. I was like, I died last night because of you. She's like, what? I was like, I tried to wake you. There was leeches in the bed.
See, that makes me not want to like remember dreams like when I have terrifying dreams like that.
Way too many dreams.
I know she's probably going to have dreams after playing this game tonight.
I'm hopeful. Take some
Which we are going to have to
Okay.
leave soon because
Fine.
we got to go get set up.
That's fine. We can buggy.
Yeah.
We can bounce, dude.
You've talked for like
I'm very proud of you.
over 2 hours.
Over 2 hours.
Like this is a
Well, it's
massive.
more like 45 minutes tops because there are
Three of us.
So.
But that's why I like the sequence where you have multiple people, because then you have multiple shits going on. So soon, because of the soundboard, if I can't get that to work, I'm just going to get the other splitter and I'll just run the mics, because the computer seems to have decent...
It has really good pickup.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
got
man.
decent pickup. Who doing what? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.05, yada, yada, yada.
What is going on there?
Your buri? I don't know what that means.
Magic Pegasus.
Tell me more, Magic Pegasus.
Oh, I apologize.
You're boring, apparently. I don't know. Maybe I'm boring.
Bore. I think it's like L'Oreal. It's like a shampoo.
Maybe she's Maybelline.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe she's born with that. You ever wonder about those people? Like, do they dream that shit, or are they just like spitballing at a wall and they're like, "Say clever thing, say clever thing, say clever thing."
No, they have analysts that go over things that hit with target audience. It's like the double yes thing.
The double yes thing.
The double yes thing.
The double yes thing. Does she use Maybelline or does she use L'Oreal? Whatever. Fuck shampoo. God damn it.
Darn it.
Flabbergast.
Fudge.
I'm just gonna start saying Nerf herder again.
Nerf herder?
Nerf herder?
Bring it back. Bring it back.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
I love when they reference that in the Blue Harvest.
Yeah.
No, you're my Nerf herder.
It's my favorite Star Trek
Oh
reference.
my god, the couch scene when he's in the bay and he goes, "Oh no, what happened to Zeus? They stole him."
I don't think she's ever seen
Oh my god, they're
Blue
so
Harvest.
funny. I have them. I'll let you guys borrow them on the way out. They're like 60 minutes and they summarize episodes 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah, just make fun of it.
But the best part is you think that he's just saying that they took Zeus, and then later he's like, "Hey, what'd you do with that dog we stole?" And he's like, "I ate him." You're like, "Oh shit, they're serious."
I haven't seen that in forever.
my
You need to
God.
see Fanboys.
I love Fanboys.
Oh, you have seen
Yeah, Fanboys was funny.
Oh, maybe we talked about this.
No, we didn't.
Oh, no.
It wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. That was one of the movies that made me stop watching trailers, because trailers fucking ruin films for me.
Trailers?
Yeah, trailers for movies. It was that followed by the trailer for the
got
second
you.
Transformers. Because you watch the trailer and the way they set it up in a different story. So when you go in, you like, as someone who follows comics and stuff like that, like you expect a certain storyline, you expect a certain arc, and then you get in there and it's totally fucking different. It is not the same film. It is not the same stuff. The sequences are way out of order, which I understand, but the way you show it like it's going to be this. And then when you get in there, you're like expecting a whole bunch of shit to happen, and it doesn't happen.
See, I never saw a trailer for Fanboys. My buddy was like, "Hey, listen, I got this movie. Seems really cool. Let's watch it." And then we watched it. And I was happy with it 100%.
Yeah.
So I didn't have any expectations raised up.
I liked the constant references to nerd culture.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I got. That's what I liked out of it. I didn't like the acting, though. I thought it was dog shit. If you want a dog shit movie with good acting, it's Sex Drive.
Oh, that was the one. Yeah.
With Seth
They
Green
went
and
to,
Fall Out
like,
Boy.
The Amish
The
place.
oh my
yeah.
god, it's so good. Just Seth Green is so on point in that movie too. His references are so great. He's like, "Rom Springer, yeah, we kind of know technology," and you're like, "Oh geez, it's gonna get real good." And then he's constantly pulling people's legs. No, we like to do shit for free for people.
Just a sarcastic asshole.
Like, well, you don't learn that in the Amish culture unless genetic imprinting's a thing, and then that was probably handed down from his dad. Genetic imprinting? You never heard of it?
No, I didn't hear what you said at first.
Genetic. It's like people don't think that you can transfer memories from person to person. It's like, how do you happen to know something or how to do something? Like, as a 3-year-old, I should have had no concept about gravity and how to jump and cancel out gravity to spin a little bit faster enough to walk to my friend's house. Should have had no concept about that. Somehow I did. But it's that, like, when your genetics or something like that, it's based on your parents or something like that. So
Yeah.
memories and stuff like that, or some thoughts or some ideas are transferred down. You ever notice how there's like artistic parents who have artistic kids? I didn't say autistic, I said artistic.
I know, I heard you.
But like it just so happens, and it's not just necessarily the nature versus nurture thing, because you can have people who, like one of my best friends, him and his brother didn't meet each other till they were in their 20s, and they're almost the exact same person.
Yeah.
Down to a T.
Yeah.
They have the same jokes, they look the same, they dress the same, they talk the same, they have the same style. Didn't meet each other till they were in their 20s.
That's like I didn't know my dad's side of the family, and then I randomly reached out and I met like my uncle, and we're almost the same person.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So there has to be some sort of that, because like with the birds and stuff like that, where they used to do the mask, I think it was over at Stanford or something like that, where they would scare these crows all the time, and they would wear these Halloween masks, and then like after the study was done, they released the birds, and then every year on Halloween, they tell the kids now like they can't wear masks because the birds attack the people with the masks, because they have genetic memories that come through where they were tortured by people in masks. Not tortured like abused, but they were like scared the shit out of. And they're like, somewhere inside of me, some shit's going down. Kill the masked man. Like, that's genetic memories. But it's not a thing, apparently.
I didn't know
The same way CBD oil will kill you.
It won't. It won't. You haven't died. You're still alive.
I have a higher chance of getting popcorn lung from just fucking using this thing. What's worse, popcorn lung or fucking cancer?
What's popcorn lung?
Like if you used a lot of the ones with the flavors and stuff like that, it's like people used to get like in like the fruit roll-ups factories and shit, where like they have all the powdered flavors and you're inhaling it. It like makes your lungs kind of develop like pustules.
Oh.
And it looks like popcorn.
Oh, that's
So I call
gross.
popcorn. But so if you smoke the vapes that have like a lot of the flavors in them, they have a lot of sugar, so you're inhaling sugar effectively, and it can clog it up and it can cause the popcorn lung to happen. So I don't use the ones that have the sugar. I know that's not a fucking It's not going to put me on the fast track to not getting popcorn lung. But I only vape it a couple times a day. It's just for the CBD. But yeah,
Sounds really shitty.
What's worse, that or coughing up fucking blood?
I don't know, man. Both of them sound pretty terrible.
Yeah.
That's like, I had a buddy who tried to quit smoking cigarettes and he started smoking cloves. And then he stopped smoking cloves because he was coughing up blood.
The floor is lava. That's what the gentleman is informing us. The floor is not lava. It's tile. It's tile.
No, I think it's because of this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, we're in space.
We're in space.
We're in space.
Maybe we're just aimed just so slightly so we only see the smog from the volcano.
You don't want to look back there.
That's where I keep all the dirty stuff. That's
Yeah.
where the production value is.
Yeah, production value.
So I don't want to keep you guys for too long. I know you guys got streaming and stuff like that to go. So if anybody wanted to catch, so you stream, you like the Cuphead stuff. Well, you don't like it now, but you don't seem to get views unless you stream a Cuphead.
A variety. I do lots of different stuff. So.
And then you do the horror stuff, which
On
is
Tuesdays.
my favorite shit now.
Maybe
I'm
I'll-
waiting for you on Tuesdays, man. I'm
I'll
relishing.
do it on.
It's so funny.
I'll do the Outbreak 2 on Tuesday.
We'll break 2 on Tuesday. That game had me shit in my pants,
fucking
dude.
hate
I'm
it.
sitting, I was getting anxious, just typing away with 2 fingers. That's how anxious I was. That's how you know I'm serious when I'm doing this. Just trying to get that shit done. So, and your handle is obviously Dr. Brutonian.
Dr. Brutonian.
So I'll tag it in the link when I share everything on Facebook and on Twitter and on Instagram and everything like that. So that way anybody wants to get a hold of you can. And what do you stream?
I stream so far Skyrim and Crash Bandicoot, so I guess variety.
Dude. What do
I
you
was
want
gonna
to
try
stream?
a
What's the
little-
goal? What do you want to be streaming?
tonight.
I want to be. Yeah, I'm gonna try some scary stuff tonight.
Yeah, you make sure he sits like 10 feet away from you because I know this man. He's
I'll be
probably
playing
going
Breath
to
of
be.
the Wild.
He's just going to be in his happy place.
I'll be playing Legend of Zelda. I've already played this game. I know it's
Oh,
terrifying.
Jesus. I love that. That's so good. That was like Resident Evil when that came out. That game used to scare the shit out of me.
I wouldn't even play it.
You see the zombies just standing there, not doing a damn thing, and then seconds later they're charging you like,
Yeah, when the
Yeah.
dog jumps through the window.
dog, yeah!
And it's not honestly, it's not even the situation. It's the fact that your controls are so clunky and awkward that when you're
Yeah.
trying to get away from everything or shooting things, you can't do anything.
It was third person before the technology was there for third
Oh my
person.
God.
When I walked into that room that had the coffin hanging from the ceiling, that's when I shit myself, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't finish the game because of that scene. I was like, I'm gonna walk through this room and it's just gonna open up and my guy's gonna die. Like I was worried for him. I was physically worried for him.
Anytime you get chased by like one of the what were the like the nemesis or whatever the big
Yeah.
monster dudes were. Oh, no thank you.
That and Silent Hill. Silent Hill was another one.
I recently last year
that.
is when I first played Silent Hill, and Silent Hill 2 was hands down one of the best games I've ever played. I cried.
Oh Jesus.
I cried at the very end.
Because he was scared so much.
No, it was just it was beautiful. It was emotional.
Well, did you ever hear that that state of emergency siren from Detroit?
Yeah. Oh no.
The video where it's like it's a foggy city and they're playing the state of emergency and it sounds like a broken alarm
Yeah.
and it's not. That's how they have that design. Literally, because it's so if I can find the video, I'll send you guys a video. But the city is just covered in smog and then outside you hear
I don't like that at all.
and it goes all the way down and it gets super deep and then it goes all the way back and it's just repetitive and you're like, oh my fucking God, where's the dude with the knife?
I don't like that
The,
at
the
all.
pyramid head, he's dragging that shit. You're like, oh my God, I don't even want to be there. Like, if that's what the zombie apocalypse is like, I don't want that.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
want
good
any
on
part
that.
of that. Like,
I'm good on
I
that.
want the clear skies like in The Walking Dead. That's what
Yeah.
I want. I want some sunny days and the ability to grow some shit. Like, if you start smogging shit up, because that's probably what's going to happen
I
if
don't
there's
want walls
fallout
that
and
have
shit.
like blood crawling up them.
Yo, seriously, that's probably what's going to happen. They're getting us all conditioned because, the intergalactic, tech savvy people, they're all fucking like, oh, we're going to get these people ready. We're going to get them all soft and shit. And then all of a sudden, just like these spires are going to come out of the ground and they're made out of humans.
I hate this.
Just crawling and shit. Help me.
I'm gonna stick with my Home Depot thought of zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, good luck with that. Just make sure you camp out on the top shelf somewhere. And then get rid of those lifts.
I was gonna make like tree, not tree forts, but shelf forts.
You know where you go?
Oh, it's so good.
You know where you go?
Where?
Cemetery.
Nah, man, don't go to a cemetery.
Are you telling me those zombies are going to break out of a wooden coffin?
No, you're
dig
just in
their
a
way
wide
through
open
six.
territory.
No, you're not. You have
Quiet,
fucking,
no one's in there.
No one's in there. You got access to mausoleums, which are pretty much impenetrable, and not to mention there's very few ways to get into a cemetery, and there's spikes usually on the top of those fences, so any asshole comes on is probably going to slip when you grease those goddamn bars up.
Those zombies don't feel pain. They will get
No,
over
no, no.
those
No,
fences.
I'm talking people. I'm worried about people, not zombies in the apocalypse.
Well,
'Cause people are
Old castle.
assholes. Yeah, old castles.
Bolt Castle.
Where's that?
That's in the Thousand Islands? It's on the island?
Oh, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
stay there. That way you can see if anyone's
you make sure you
coming,
gotta get
'cause
there,
gotta
but I can't make.
take a boat.
like improvised weaponry out of like saw blades and stuff. Like
But that's why I said cemetery,
Depot.
because
gotta go on
it's
missions.
nice. And then once you're in there, you know those zombies that are in there are not getting out. They're not getting through the coffin. They're not getting through the 6 feet of dirt. They're definitely not getting out of the new cement roundings.
Well, they're all decomposed anyway. They're not.
Doesn't
gonna,
matter.
You'd have to. Be
Oh, you're
alive
saying
to
there's
become-
magic because they're decomposed?
They
the
definitely aren't
zombies
getting
are-
out of
that's
there.
what I'm saying.
They're going to
like
affect alive
dust.
things, and then alive things are going to become zombies. Dead things won't ever.
All you
go
got to
out
do
of
is
the
just
ground.
knock down some of the tombstones, build your little wooden house there. And then you got full access, you got proximity, you got fucking spikes on your territory.
You guys can hang out in the cemetery, and then when you need someplace safe to live, you can come hang out at Home Depot with me.
I'm gonna laugh because you're probably gonna end up fighting somebody who, like, right when the apocalypse goes down, they're like cracking open their goddamn medicine cabinet and ripping out like the makeup and shit, and they're like, all bets are off, and they're just covering themselves with the shit and they're running around. You're like, that happened so fast.
They are
like,
gonna
you didn't
go-
even give it time. He's like, dirt. You're like,
They're going to go to grocery stores and malls. They're going to go to pharmacies. They're going to go to gun stores. They're going to completely ignore Home Depot.
well, two things. What's your handle?
Miscellaneous drawer.
All right, and I'll tag that as
Drawer.
well. I didn't want to say it wrong because I've always said it wrong. I say miscellaneous drawers.
Drawers. Like pants.
Yeah, like drawers.
pants.
That's what I say. I say drawers. It fucking bothers me too, and I can't fix it. If you had one thing that you were allowed to get, a good amount of in the zombie apocalypse, what would it be? Like somebody, you go to like a Walmart or something like that, and the guy's like, "All right, what are you here for?" And you're like, "I'm here for this." You can have one thing. If you walk out with anything else, you die. But he gives you the ability to walk in and grab as much of that one thing as you can carry. What do you grab?
Can I already have my iPod so I have something to constantly charge it with?
Dog. You
'Cause
walk into Walmart,
I need
and there's a
music.
guy there, and he says you can grab as much of one thing as you can hold. What do you grab?
Generators. Wait, no.
So you're gonna have like one?
Yeah.
Maybe?
He's carrying
Solar
two
power
out. He's
generator.
like, I'll trade this one for a pig.
Solar power generator. Solar power generator.
Okay. Miscellany?
I don't know.
Why would I
That's
be
too
going-
hard to think of right now.
I'm grabbing a shopping cart and I'm filling it with as many bags of rice as I can.
rice.
Oh, see, I'll already have my MREs.
Nah, dog, doesn't matter. I got
Alright.
bags and bags of rice. That's food to trade. That's not gonna spoil. I can make it on demand.
MREs they don't spoil.
They don't, but I'm gonna have bags of rice.
I will have boxes.
It's either that or
of
beans.
MREs.
Pick one.
Boxes.
I
of
need
MREs.
calorie dense shit because I'm fat as fuck.
Yo, there's like 4,000 calories in one bag of MRE.
Yeah, but what's gonna last you longer? A box of MREs or a 50-pound bag of rice?
Several hundred boxes of MREs.
So you're gonna that Humvee. That's right. You're gonna pick that Humvee
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
You're gonna leave her home. You're gonna say, barricade yourself with the dogs. I'll be back. Wait for the sign.
Dog food.
Oh, the dogs can eat the
Yeah, they can eat
flesh.
Marie's. They can eat Marie's.
No.
They're so cute. But I'm going to let them go. Thanks for joining the show. We're going to be back tomorrow with our first panel. We're going to be doing a musicians panel. So people who are part of bands that are not part of collegiate high school, like people who are part of like
Ooh.
self-started bands. So they're going to come on, talk about how that affected their life and stuff like that. And hopefully we have special guests showing up, Mr. Anthony Folk of Rochester, who is a rapper,
Ooh.
to go with two metal band guys. So we're
What
gonna try
time?
and put everything- I'm probably trying to stream around noon tomorrow.
Noon? All right.
I just got to wait for them to get here.
Fantastic.
Cool.
Thanks for coming on, guys.
No,
Appreciate
thank
you.
you.
Thank
Stories
you.
here in town shows off.
Bye.